Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here. Looks like I'm live on here now. Let me make sure this is working right, because when I'm looking at the preview on here, it's like a delay to it, but it looks like I posted the links too everywhere now beforehand, so it's like, because last time I was like having to post them like when I first started, so it looks like now everything is posted and live and everything I posted on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it looks like it's all working. So yeah, like I'm trying to do these, like I said, every Sunday night, usually after I get back from the walk. So I just finished walking with my mom. I think we got like close to 10 miles or exactly 10 miles, something like that. But yeah, where I am here now, it's only 10:41, and at night, so I'm usually up pretty much most of the night. You know what I mean? Especially now, up later than probably normal anyway. Because I've been, as everyone else has, just been home most of the time. Only out like maybe, mostly drive-throughs, and then like the 1 or 2 days a week tops. That I go to a store or something to get things that we need. But other than that, not a lot. Just pretty much the walking is the main, getting out that I'm doing. So so we'll go through here on the questions and everything. So basically any kind of questions you guys have, if you have any super chat questions, any of that kind of stuff. So let's see on here. Someone says, "Do you talk to Gabriel?" No, like I haven't talked to Gabriel in forever. I don't know where he lives. I don't know anything. I know he moved away, Brendan said, but I don't really know exactly where, and I don't even know if Brendan totally knows exactly where he is. So I don't know, but I haven't talked to him in forever. Hello from San Francisco. Hope you're doing well in San Francisco. That's one place I've always wanted to go, and I always wanted to go to the restaurant from Mrs. Doubtfire, that restaurant Bridges. For some reason, like I've always had like this dream of going there. I don't know why. It's like it's like this one place that I always wanted to go to. Dang, it's almost 2 a.m. here. Hopefully, you can go an hour or two earlier next time. It depends on what time I get back. I do it after I walk. I might do them sometimes too on Mondays as well. It kind of depends, you know, um, what time to do them and everything. But I kind of been trying like all the different kind of times, like late, earlier. But I usually do them now, like when I get back, from walking and everything. Worst horror remake in your opinion and why? Um, Someone says it's 1:41 a.m. here. Yeah, no, I know it's only 10:41 here. Um, but worst horror remake. But I feel like now most people just kind of can be up anytime they want. You know what I mean? Like unless you have a specific place to work that's open. Most places, so few things are open now. But for worst horror remake, I think after really thinking about it, I think the Prom Night remake was really one of the worst ones. Like I remember when I saw that in theaters, when that first came out, like how disappointed I was. And it was also one of those movies that had that vibe of just like cut down. Like it just felt so edited and censored up because it was cut to be, PG-13. I know it was released on Blu-ray, like uncut. And I don't know if I ever actually watched the uncut or extended one or anything. It was one of those movies I saw it once and I never really wanted to look at it again because it was just so like bad. So that was probably the worst horror remake was Prom Night. Good job on the walk. Yeah, thanks. I'm trying to do it, and luckily enough too, I got on the scale yesterday just to see, since I'm not doing the gym, like if I'm doing okay on like maintaining the weight and all that stuff. And luckily enough, it's like where it always is, the weight. So after not being able to go to the gym since they're all closed for like, I guess it's been like 3 weeks now, maybe. Luckily enough, it's like been able to maintain. So that's the biggest hardest thing is just to maintain. Can you please search Disney VHS tapes from South Africa because the labels are ultra rare? I've never seen the South African VHS tapes. Question, what am I? I don't know. I'm new to the channel. Well, thanks so much for coming to the channel. Yeah, a lot of new people have found the channel from like the Costco video and some random ones lately. 6:41 in the morning here. How did you get into film acting? I've talked about that in the past some, but basically, from when I came to acting, it all came from YouTube. So like when I got asked to do this company called Synthetic Cinema that was in Connecticut, they messaged me, I think it was in March of 2008, and they said, we're doing this movie called Sasquatch Assault, which ended up being called Assault of the Sasquatch, which is like a Bigfoot movie, and they messaged me and were like, you know, we would love to have you in this Bigfoot movie, and you could do a vlog going to set and all this kind of stuff. And I said, oh yeah, I would love to do that. And that was before I ever had done movie acting. I just did little skits and parodies for YouTube and the Don and Murph website that I used to have, and just that kind of stuff. And then but I started making little shorts and stuff since the 7th grade. So I pretty much have been doing stuff, never, you know, some kind of something or other like that, making little videos or anything since 2007. So, I mean, since the 7th grade, so it's been a long time, but they messaged me and were like, oh yeah, we want to have you do this Bigfoot movie if you're interested. And, but then they were like, we'll also have this movie that we made called Banshee. We don't like the ending. We want to extend it a little bit. Would you like to do that as well? So we went and did that first. And that was probably like right after. So I found out about it, I guess, and then we ended up filming that scene in April, something like that, April 2008. And then in November 2008 is when we filmed the Bigfoot movie. But that was kind of how it all sort of started. And then from there, I just kind of just kept on getting other credits. And like now, luckily enough, I just know so many different people, and like people that I've worked with, or people whose movies that I reviewed. And that's the thing that's happened, is a lot of movies I've gotten to do is I've reviewed the movies and the directors saw them, and or the director watches my stuff and that kind of stuff. So let's see here. Hold on a second. I see a $5 super chat here. Thanks so much for the super chat. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats. Really help out the channel and the videos and all that kind of stuff. But this is from As Told by Gonzo. And it says, hey, Sean, have you seen the Willard remake from 2003? Thoughts? I actually really like that Willard remake, which stars Crispin Glover. I know some people, you know, don't like that one, or you know, when they talk about remakes or whatever, but I actually think that remake is actually better than the original, which the original is good. I feel like I like Ben a little bit better, but the Willard remake, though, I really like that with Crispin Glover. Like, that's one of those remakes, if you guys have never seen it, it's definitely worth watching. I wish that when they put it out on Blu-ray, they would have been able to release the, you know, put together the R-rated cut, because it was one of those movies that was cut to be PG-13, because you watch the deleted scenes on there, they were real R-rated, like violence and the language and everything like that. Someone says here, any upcoming movies that you will be acting in? Yeah, like when everything opens up again, the next stuff that I'm going to be shooting is that horror movie called Strix, which is in Texas. And I was originally going to be doing that like a week ago. At the same time, I was going to be shooting my scenes for the movie Crave, Roots of Evil. So I have to do those ones, because I can't wait to do those when everything gets back to normal, as well as that movie. The other one was Butcher's Bluff, which is going to be in Texas as well. Clown Motel 2, which will be somewhere up in LA, as well as a handful of other different things. So all these kind of things. So there will be a lot of different stuff. But during this, you know, the staying at home and everything, I have shot stuff for a lot of movies. Some horror movies, which are kind of done like found footage style, where everyone is like shooting different things. So there's one called like Amityville Hex. So I've shot stuff for that one, and I've helped put together, like, bringing in people to shoot things for that, as well as like a couple of different other ones. I don't think they've been announced yet, so I don't want to say anything about them yet, but yeah, so I have done some things like that, though. I see another super chat here, a $2 super chat from Kyle Duffield. Like I said, thanks again, guys, for these super chats. Most underrated Spielberg film, Lincoln for Me. Let me look at Steven Spielberg's list, so I can try and think of which one is like that I don't feel like you hear about as much. I feel like probably one that you is kind of underrated, that you don't hear about very often, which was definitely was going to be a you know, Stanley Kubrick movie, but Stanley Kubrick passed away before he got to make it. But there was a movie that Steven Spielberg did called AI, which starred Haley Joel Osment. That's like a really sad movie. Like, really, it's just like the subject matter is just really depressing. But I feel like AI is one that you don't hear about as often as some other ones. So I think that would probably be one that I really feel like is really underrated. Recently, though, Ready Player One I thought was like a fun throwback to some of his other movies. I also really like The Terminal. The Terminal is one you don't hear about as often, and that movie is one I've watched. Like, that's like when people have asked me, like, well, if there's a movie on TV, what do you sit through it, go, oh, I can't shut this off, I gotta watch this. That's definitely one of those movies, The Terminal. Like, if it's on TV, I always like end up watching that one. Let's see, I'm trying to get back to where I was. Let's see here. Do you own Freaked on DVD or VHS? I do have a Blu-ray of Freaked. I'm pretty sure that one is out of print. Recently checked out a really cool cyber thriller from 2001 called Antitrust. Oh yeah, that one with Ryan Felipe. That was actually a pretty good movie. Yeah, I saw that one in theaters. I haven't seen that one in forever. What's your opinion on Let the Right One In versus Let Me In? I love both those movies. I feel like both of them are actually really good. The original one I thought was a little bit like more atmospheric, a little bit more scary, but the one with Chloe Grace, I thought that was actually pretty good as well though. Was your car used in the movie Chillerama? Yeah, like you do see in Chillerama in the like the drive-in scenes, because the drive-ins I think were like the wraparound to the movie, I believe. I haven't watched that movie in forever, but I believe though like my car was in there because originally Joe Lynch, the director of the movie, I met him I think at the trauma panel, and he had watches some of my videos. I don't know if he does now anymore, but he did watch my reviews and updates and all that kind of stuff. So I met him, and he came up to me at the trauma panel and said, "Oh, I love your videos," and all that kind of stuff. And then I saw him again like a couple months later at the screening for Adam Rifkin's show Look, and I'm like, "Oh, if you're ever doing anything and you need anyone, let me know." And that was in 2010. So then, like I think like the next weekend, I went up and I was gonna be a zombie in it. But then, like, I was there for, like, 2 days, and then, like, it didn't work out because, like, I was like, I can't, because this is before I started, this is 2010, this is before I started getting really paid, and people were getting the hotels and all that kind of stuff, so I couldn't pay to stay in a hotel again another night. So, but you do see my car in there. But I don't think you see me at all in any of that stuff. Even though I was in there, I didn't like that stuff. That was, like, the only time I ever did, like, a background type thing, and it wasn't my thing at all. What's your favorite Scream Factory film? Probably one of my favorite things that they released is probably Motel Hell. I remember how happy I was when they were releasing that on Blu-ray. Also, probably Day of the Dead is one that I really liked. I'm really glad that they released Ravenous. Please talk about USA condition nowadays. I mean, it's just weird going out, you know what I mean? And like, because I first started wearing the masks in like early on, but now like in the LA area, you're required to wear the masks. So like I was kind of like ahead of wearing these masks. In San Diego though, they haven't like put a full requirement to it, but some places though, I read someone posting on their Facebook like they were trying to go into some store and they didn't have a mask on in San Diego, and they yelled at them, wouldn't let them go in. So it's pretty much if you go anywhere where you get out of the car or go in anywhere, you really have to have a mask now. So that's why when people say that in the thumbnails or whatever, if I'm out in public or whatever, you're pretty much required to wear them. So I'm not like wearing them for, to get attention or anything. Honestly, they're really hard to wear, that black mask that I'm wearing. Like in the Costco video, I was getting real kind of faint from having it on so much because you're kind of like doing sort of shallow breathing with those masks on. So it's kind of like, ugh. That's the only thing about it is it's weird breathing, so it's like kind of sucks, but you need to have it on. Favorite pandemic movie? Favorite pandemic movies? Probably Outbreak was the original one, and then Contagion, but Contagion is more like relevant to what's going on here. Someone says, "You asshole, live at this time of night." Well, it's not really that late where I am, and I'm up all night, you know what I mean? So it's like not that weird to me. I see a $2 super chat here from Tom Holland. Wet movie rules. Yeah, I don't have any problem with wet movie. We've been talking a whole hell of a lot more, honestly. I don't. That's one thing that only annoys me sometimes is I don't think he always mentions that we talk, but we send each other voice messages on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, we have no problem or anything like that. I see a lot of people saying something about Wet movie. Wet movie must have said something like, "Come over here." And like say something because there's a whole fucking shit ton of Wet movie comments on here. I don't know. It's really weird. There's a whole shit ton of them. Like Wet movie, Wet movie, Wet movie, Wet movie. It's kind of funny. There's a whole ton of them on here. I guess I think Brendan's been live. I think for like 3 hours. I just saw it when I got inside. Let's see here. Someone said Lincoln was boring. It's funny. I can't go back to this part of the top of the chat. How did you meet Danny? I met Brendan talking about you live Q&A now. So that must be why people were saying Wet movie, Wet movie, Wet movie. He must have sent them all over here. But I see a $1. Is this a $2 super chat here? Now you have to strip. Well, I can't strip on here. I don't want to get banned off of here. I will say though, I did for one of these horror movies that I shot stuff for while I'm at my house. One of them is like me going totally batshit crazy, and I am in there, you know, my shirt off, and it's like in my underwear and stuff. I'm going nuts, and some of these things that I filmed for these movies, it's definitely like crazy stuff. And I always and too I'm referencing my balding hat and everything. Everything. It's really crazy. Yeah, but like I said, there's a whole ton of Wetway ones. Like I said, he must have sent people over. Do you enjoy any of the newer Texas Chainsaw Massacre films? Yeah, I really like those movies. Like every one of them I liked. Even like the crappy new one, like the prequel movie that's like supposed to be the prequel to the original. I kind of like aspects of it. The only one that I had a hell of a time sitting through for some reason, and I don't know why, is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Next Generation. Is that the one it was called? The one that was, with Renee Zellweger? For some reason, that one, I never can sit through that one. That one is always like crazy. Someone said, Wet Movie cringe holes represent. Let's see on here. Wet Movie likes you, Coolduder. Like I said, we talk, but like I said, sometimes he says like a different thing, like, oh, that we don't talk or something. Hey, you're going to do a Tuesday shopping video again this week? Yeah, they're going to always be a little different the way I do them, but there'll be something Tuesday, so don't worry. There'll always be something Tuesday, but they'll just be a little different every time the way I do it. Because I'm honestly not enjoying going in many places anymore. But like I said, you'll see, I'll still be some places here and there. You'll see, though. Let's see. Why don't you do more family videos again? Well, I get my mom and dad, and then my brother's not really into doing like YouTube kind of stuff and being on there. And, right now, too, people are really kind of picking apart everyone's lives a whole lot. Like, that's why, like, honestly, in my videos in the past, I just kind of would show movie stores and movie-related things and not really, like, personal life kind of stuff, because people now kind of like to, like, give you shit. You know what I mean? For every little thing, like everything you do, oh, you're using this and you're doing this and you're doing that. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I think now people have a lot of time on their hand and like start to like pick apart everything you do, like in like a weird kind of way. I see a $2 super chat here from Chino Marino. Wet Movie One says he is your daddy. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess he is. How does he know that I'm not his daddy? Well, actually, he is older than me, so I guess then he'd have to be the daddy since he's a little bit older. Yeah, all these damn Wet Movie things. Trying to get back to where I was and not missing anything. Have you seen The Endless on Netflix? It's really good. No, I haven't seen that one. I just started watching because I got the Blu-ray to review of 30 Rock, which I never actually watched once in my whole life, and it's actually kind of funny, but I never watched a single episode. I see a $10 super chat here from Saber Sunsets. Thanks so much. Like I said, thanks so much, guys, for these super chats. They really, really help out the channel and everything, especially right now with everything and not doing certain videos and all that kind of stuff and having to kind of change and buying more things now to review in the videos and everything. But favorite Bond movie? It's funny, I haven't watched that many James Bond movies. I have the box set, so I need to watch more of them. The ones that I did watch, that I know I've seen all of them, are the Pierce Brosnan ones, because that was kind of the time when I really saw a lot of them. Like the Daniel Craig movies, though, for some reason, I've never really watched any of those ones, and I don't know why. Because, like, for example, like movies that are similar, like the Mission Impossible movies, I've seen every single one of those. But, like, for James Bond, for some reason, I don't know why, I've never really seen them. But I would say, though, the Pierce Brosnan ones, though, are my favorite. Those are the ones that I have seen, all of them, though. Like I said, though, Saber Sunsets, thanks so much, though, for the super chat. Let me see, get back to where we were here. Let's see. Is it true MJ caught the virus? No, caught the virus. No, I haven't heard anything from MJ at all. Like, I would love to hear from him again, especially now and everything that's going on. Like, hopefully everything's okay, but it sucks when you don't. People kind of... The thing is, though, if somebody doesn't want to be found, they kind of want to not be an online person or, like, public person or something, they can kind of vanish, and that's kind of what happened. William Shatner, Kingdom of Spiders. I think I've seen that movie. I think Spider-Man was the one who gave you a super chat. Maybe Spider-Man did. Bedroom tour. There's not too much in here. I mean, I might show something. I have an idea for one video I'm going to do. The fridge video I did, though, was supposed to be kind of like a parody in a way, too. Because, like, you know, like it's kind of like, oh, what am I going to show? I'm going to show my fridge. So I just thought it was kind of a goofy little video to do. I see a $2 super chat here from Gary Grimm. Thank you for the ad on Switch Animal Crossing. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I have the, you know, Switch. If any of you guys are on there, you know, definitely my code is below, so definitely add me on the Nintendo Switch. And I've been doing a lot of the Animal Crossing game. It's kind of just like something I do for like an hour or two a night or something like that. I try not to do it for too long and like, you know, doing too long at it. But yeah, it's kind of like something I feel like kind of chills you down a little bit and that kind of stuff. I think I see another super chat here. Yeah, from Bat Tracy. What is your favorite Sean William Scott movie? Sean William Scott, you know, who was, you know, Stifler in the American Pie movies. When it comes to like his like standalone movies, let me look up his list though, so I can try and you know, make sure I don't miss any. Let me see. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats and everything. They really help out the channel and everything. Let's see here, Sean William. He did that one movie too, which he's been doing some more serious kind of movies lately. Like more serious kind of stuff, and he's actually a really good actor. Like, I've been a fan of him forever. But for Sean William Scott, though, I'm just trying to make sure I don't like miss anything obscure or different that he did. You know, Do Where's My Car is a really fun movie. That's one of those ones that I think of him for a lot. Like Bloodline, I still have to watch that movie. That was like a real serious kind of film that he did. But when it comes to not like the American Pie movies, though, probably. He was in Old School as well. He's also in Final Destination. Road Trip, that was one, though, that was really fun. I really do like Road Trip. I've watched that movie a lot. So that one is a really fun movie. If you guys have never seen Road Trip, if you guys are a fan of like American Pie, that's definitely one I would recommend. I see another super chat here from Matthew Roxas. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for these super chats tonight. Hey, Sean, have you seen the movie called Farmhouse in 2008? It stars... Steven Weber and William Scott Lee, really underrated horror movie. Farmhouse. Let me look that up too. It sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've watched that. Let me see the cover of this. I don't think I've seen this one. It was Steve Weber. What was Steve Weber from? Was he... Oh yeah, Steve Weber. I met Steve Weber... I almost got him on an interview with him because I was a fan of him on 13 Reasons Why. He's been in a lot of different stuff. But yeah, like I almost talked to him, but then like he said he would do it. And the guy sitting next to him was like shaking his head in this really weird way. But no, I've never seen Farmhouse. I need to look that. Watch that one. I've definitely never seen that one. Let's see where we were. Well, how was it working with Sal and Richard from the Howard Stern Show? I didn't work with them on the, you know, in Girls Gone. Well, Sal was in Girls Gone Dead, but he was shot at a different time. Richard was in Jersey Shore Massacre, but I didn't, because he was from the different time as well. But on Hollywood Night Meet the Ouijas, the movie for Full Moon, they were, like, basically we kind of were flown in and done our cameos, but we were there, like, the same time. So I was sitting with Sal and Richard and talking to them, because since we were in those other movies, we didn't meet on those ones, but we were in them together. We talked a lot. Both of them were really cool. Talked to Richard about horror movies because he really loves horror movies, and we're talking about like Joe Bob Briggs and all kinds of different stuff. So both of them were really cool guys, though. So yeah, we talked for a while and stuff like that. I didn't talk to Medicated Pete, though. It was kind of like, he was one of those guys I did not know what to say to him. But Medicated Pete was there as well, so he was there. I see a $2 super chat here from I Collect Baseball 1986. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks so much, guys, for the super chats tonight. Yeah, I've been doing well, like just kind of trying to, find things to do, trying to think of other kind of video ideas, and I don't want to do like every one of my like movie-related videos like all too much, since like I know it's going to be at least another month or so of everyone at home, at least at the shortest amount of time, I would say. I think it's going to be even over that a little bit, at least in LA for sure so far. But I don't want to like do everything at the same time and that kind of stuff. And like I said, I have a couple ideas for things I want to do. But yeah, I've been doing well. Like I said, just trying to keep walking and kind of still paying attention to everything that I'm eating and all that kind of stuff. Um, let's see here. Uh, what are you thinking? What are you sitting? What were you thinking sitting next to Beetlejuice signing the posters for the film you two were in? Oh, yeah, that was really interesting. You know, in the vlog at Comic-Con for when they were doing the signing for the movie Girls Gone Dead, I was sitting there next to Beetlejuice, and that was like a real surreal experience because Beetlejuice was like one of my favorite, you know, Whack Pack members from Howard Stern. And I was sitting next to him, and he was asking me. I was saying to him, like, "Oh, it's great to meet you." And he's like, "Oh no, I know you. I see you every day. I know you." And then he's like, "Oh, I have to go. I have to take a smoke." And I'm like, "Okay." And then he left, and they were real worried he wasn't going to come back, but he did, and he found his way back in there. But it was kind of funny. I see a $2 super chat from Eric Perry. Any new films or TV shows you're looking forward to? The main movie that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm hoping they put out a trailer for it. I know there's probably no release date in sight because of everything that's going on, but I really am most looking forward to, the new Bill and Ted film. Like that's like the most like excited about that. I think also the next American Horror Story, which is going to definitely be delayed because they haven't been able to shoot it. But I know Macaulay Culkin is going to be in it, so that's one thing I'm really excited about. Let's see here. Can someone start? Can someone watching please super chat? Have you been to Australia to him? But I've never been to Australia though. I would love to get there at some point. That's like one of those places I would love to go to. It's 2 a.m. here. Do you? Is there any PG-13 horror movies that you like? Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Like the Insidious movies are PG-13. Those ones I feel like are really effective. But there's a lot of decent ones. You know what I mean? It all depends on the subject matter. Like when it comes to PG-13, as long as it was a movie that was like kind of made to be PG-13, I like it. But if it's like you can tell it really has this cut down, and you can hear like the dubbing when they had to like overdub the dialogue when they would obviously said fuck or something, and then they have to dub it over really awkward and weird. Like I hate that, and you can tell sometimes. Like in the new Black Christmas movie, you could tell that really bad. That there was a lot of looping and dubbing things over. Sean, do you still diet, or are you just careful what you eat? I'm still like really watching what I eat. I still try now to eat like what I eat a day is usually 2,500 calories. I was when I was losing weight big time. I was eating 1,500, but I've been able to maintain at 2,500. And if it was a day like I walk, I eat a little bit more than that. Last movie that you watched? What was the last one that I watched? I haven't watched as many movies right now. I'm trying to remember what I watched lately. I don't remember what the last one I watched. I've been watching like I said a lot of like TV shows. Like I was watching that show that I got to review called Looking for Alaska, which is a Hulu show. That was kind of an interesting show. Not like amazing, but there's parts of it that I do like. Have you seen Little Criminals starring a young Brendan Fletcher? No, I've never seen that. Do you have any favorite sports-related movies? Probably like The Sandlot, The Big Green, what was the other one? Little Giants. Like a lot of those kind of ones that I grew up watching. Those are kind of like ones that I like. Also like, you would consider like Bob's, the Cool Running sort of a sports-related movie, I would say, because it was going to the Olympics. Bloodline was a very good role for Sean William Scott. Yeah, I definitely need to watch that one. Do you have Sidekick with Chuck Norris and Jonathan Brandis? No, I don't have Sidekicks. That's one I would love to find. I remember seeing that one in theaters. I remember like after I saw that one, like me and my one friend, were like doing like all kind of like kung fu moves and everything like that. Do you like The Shining? Yeah, I love The Shining. I also really like the new Doctor Sleep, which is the sequel to it. But yeah, The Shining, no, that was one of those movies when I first saw that. I remember like I saw that probably when I was in the 6th grade, and I remember I was so freaked out by it. I couldn't sleep that night. It was a real bad, bad night. Hey Sean, hope you're well. Love your channel. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Do you always cool when you show your Dollar Tree DVD and Blu-ray finds? Yeah, like I'd love doing one of those, but I'm not doing that now. And they're probably in because when I walk by this one, when I walk because like the one area goes right by one. I see the lights, the solar lights, which usually means the movies are going to come, but I've seen them in there for like the last like 2 weeks, so I don't even know if if people are, if they're even having them right now. But I love doing those videos. They're some of my favorite ones to do because I just love to find stuff like that. Hey Sean, Camp Blood 8 is on Tubi. I was going through the movies to watch it. Yeah, I heard about that. Camp Blood, Part 8 is on Tubi, so if you guys want to check that out, you guys can see that movie with me in there. And I'm in throughout the whole movie playing this sort of weird guy living out in the woods that the girls come across, who's like kind of a guy, like a doomsday prepper guy living out in the middle of the woods. So that it's kind of a funny movie. Road Trip is good. Yeah, Road Trip is really good. Did you like Jojo Rabbit? Yeah, that one I really like that a lot. Does Fry's Electronics ever have out-of-print DVDs? Fry's, though, they're in trouble. Like, I think that now, I don't think they're even open, because I don't think they're open for, like, even curbside or anything like that. But, yeah, like, so, but Fry's, though, back in the day, you'd find stuff, but now they're, like, kind of out, like, pretty much done. Keep the super chats coming. Yeah, like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats. Definitely help out the channel and videos and everything like that. Have you heard rumors about a new Paranormal Activity? I have, but, like, I recently rewatched the first one, and I'm like, it doesn't hold up as good as I remember it. Like, I liked it back in the day, but it's one of those movies that just doesn't hold up as well. Some of the sequels, I thought, were a little bit more interesting than the others. How did you meet CinnaStalker? Well, I met CinnaStalker because he watched the videos, and I actually met him at a Fry's Electronics. I think he had messaged me like on Facebook, some like private messages about like, oh, I recommend you check out this or check out that. But I met him for the first time at a Fry's, and then we started talking, and then maybe like a number of months later, I saw him again, I think at a convention or something, and then because he lives in San Diego as well, and then we went to the fair together and did a video at the fair, and that was right before I had the cellulitis attack and went to the hospital and had to, then I started losing weight and everything, so that was the first time he like did something on video, was at the fair. Can I have some of Herb's M&Ms? No, he goes through all those are his M&Ms. Did you see The Green Inferno? Yeah, I really like that. I love, cannibal horror movies, and I heard they're going to be making a Cannibal Holocaust video game. I don't know if that's like a weird joke or something, or it was like a weird April Fool's Day or thing or something, but it sounds like they're going to be doing that. Have you seen a movie called Albino Farm? Yeah, no, I did see that movie. Chris Jericho, I believe, was in that movie. I haven't seen that in forever, though. Two of my employees, like back in 2009, used to work at Roscoe's Pizza in the Twin Cities, and Sean William Scott used to come in there all the time. He used to live by there. Oh, that's cool. What did you do for Easter? We did just for home. We didn't do anything. Any more skits planned for upcoming movies? Well, when the movies are open again, I might do something like that. I like doing the skits and stuff like that. I just have to be careful I don't like put my foot in my mouth or make some kind of weird joke or something like that. But yeah, I definitely want to do more of them again. What did you think of Blood Harvest starring Tiny Tim? That movie, it's not like the greatest movie, but all the footage of Tiny Tim, the scenes with Tiny Tim are really good. Ever see a sci-fi horror flick, Ice Cream Maniac? There's like Ice Cream Man and Mr. Ice Cream Man. There was two movies with the same title pretty much, but I've never seen that particular one. Have you seen the 1974 movie called Deranged? It has Robert Blossoms from Home Alone in it, and he plays Ed Gein. No, I have seen that movie. I believe I have the Blu-ray of that one as well. But yeah, that one was originally on the double pack, if you guys remember, the double pack DVD that had Motel Hell, and I'm pretty sure that was how it was. I know it was a double pack with Deranged and something else. Was that Motel Hell, or was Motel Hell on its own? I can't remember for sure though. Make PB2 tutorial. Yeah, that definitely could be something to do. I think I see a super chat on here. A $2 super chat from Blu-rays and vinyl. Thanks so much, like I said, guys, for the super chats tonight. You and your mom like imitation boca / tofu stuff. No, I have like tofu stuff. Like when I get like pho, like vegetarian pho, I have tofu in that. I've never gotten like myself bought like plain tofu and like made anything with it. I should do something like that though. But yeah, like I've tried that kind of stuff though, and I have had like imitation meat in like the TV dinners and like places that I had that were vegetarian, stuff like that. Let's see here. Do you like sushi? Yeah, sushi's like one of my favorite things to get. I don't like cucumber though. Like a lot of times I like the vegetable roll, but I for some reason like totally lost the taste for cucumber. So I always pick cucumber out. I see actually Wet Movie one said something in here. Said Coolduder, I love you, homie. Thanks for coming on here and watching, Brendan. Do you still have the PO box? No, I haven't done that. Um, I haven't done that in forever. Like they had the PO box. I used to get sent like people would sign it up for like weird lists and stuff, so we'd get all kind of weird stuff. So I haven't done that in forever. Will you please be in out in about 3? Well, if Brennan like does like a funding for it or something like that, and can pay for the flight and the hotel and everything, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, but otherwise, we'd also have to kind of since most of those out and abouts are kind of scripted, sort of like they have kind of plot points. Oh, this happens, this happens, this happens, this, because otherwise it won't be anything, and it won't have anything interesting happen. We'd have to kind of come up with specific stuff beforehand, like, and I'd rather it would be just me, Brendan, and Gabe doing it. That's it. No one else. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's better that way, honestly, because like then we can kind of concentrate on it and kind of have, because like I don't know. I feel like that's where the magic happened in the original one was like the drama with me and Gabe, which was all real. Like that all really happened, and. So yeah, that was all legitimate. I see a $5 super chat here from Ian Jones. Ever eat Vietnamese food too? Welcome to the club. No, I've had some Vietnamese stuff like is pho though considered that? I don't know if it is, but I have had some stuff. Not as much, but I definitely have had some though. I'm trying to. I've had like some Filipino food too. But usually like pho is like the main kind of thing that I get if I'm getting anything like pho kind of places and stuff like that. Pho was actually the last thing that I ate in a restaurant when they were open with went to eat before I did the head cast that Joe Castor did. That was the last place I ate in a restaurant. Let's see here. Sean, please be in Out of the Movie 3. Out in the Middle 3 needs Chauncey. Like I said, if we can work it all out, I definitely would do it. I think it would be kind of cool to do it. Because I like traveling and I like doing stuff like that, so if we can plan it out. I see a $5 super chat from Paul P. Would you be at WonderCon if it wasn't canceled? I met you there last year. Thanks so much, Paul, for the super chat. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for these super chats tonight. They're seriously helpful for the channel and everything. But yes, I was going to go to WonderCon. I think I was actually going to go today because, or today's Sunday, or Sunday or tomorrow technically. But I was actually going to go then because originally today, Dustin Ferguson was going to be shooting this horror movie. This was scheduled like months ago before it got canceled and delayed for another time. But I was going to be shooting a scene for that, like this creature movie was going to be now. So then I was going to be going there, Sunday to the convention. And hopefully, though, since it's been canceled, hopefully they end up having it again at another time. Because, like, Comic-Con, the way they're talking about with Comic-Con, if that gets canceled, which it sounds like it will be any day now, it sounds like it's going to be canceled. It doesn't even sound like they're going to have it later in the year or anything, or in September, October. It sounds like it's just going to not happen this year, which sucks. Because Comic-Con is busy, and it's kind of hard to walk around and everything, but I really like going, and I really, really like doing the tour video. Like, to me, it's I really like to put that video together. Because when I go to Comic-Con, so many people come up to me, usually like every minute, saying, "Oh, I love the tour video, I love the tour video," and it's like, and then you help me knowing what to do when I'm here, and I don't know, I just really love that kind of stuff when it's something that I do that kind of helps people kind of figure out a way to do it, because not many people do those kind of videos. I've never done like a tour video of WonderCon though. I should have done something like that. I'm just not as familiar with that as I am with San Diego Comic-Con. Let's see here. Let's see, where are we now? I'm currently watching Frankenstein Meets Space Monster. Have you ever seen it? I've never seen that one. I've heard the title. I've never seen that though. Let's see here. Do you hate quarantine? Yeah, I mean it's a pain, but it needs to happen. You know what I mean? Like to kind of control everything. And the thing is too, it's kind of like you can't go back earlier, and things can't open up earlier than they should, because then they could think the virus could be under control, and then it could come back again, and then like, oh yeah, everyone could be. It's kind of like, this is a really, oh, I see it. Oh, I've got to jump ahead here, but this, thanks so much here. This I see from Steve H. Eile. Now, this is, thanks so much, Steve. Steve gave a $50 super chat here. So, Steve, thank you so much here for that. I mean, honestly. And yeah, there's no question here. But thanks so much for the super chat, Steve. Like I said, those are seriously helpful. So I appreciate it beyond words, Steve. So thank you so much, Steve. But what was I was saying about the, what was I saying about the quarantine? See if I can figure out back to where I was. Someone said something about Fry's closed in Anaheim. Uh, phone just got an Amber Alert. Yeah, Amber Alerts really freaked me out. Like, I've had that happen. The weirdest is when there was an Amber Alert that happened when I was at Disney once. So, like, you heard everyone's phones going off at the same time. It was such a weird... I was filming that day, so I was like, man, I wish I was filming, just, like, randomly walking around. When you heard, like, everyone's phone going off at the same time, it was just such a weird thing. Have you seen the... I talked about that one. Have you ever seen the 1980 film Changeling? Yeah, Changeling is, they said it's the creepiest horror film I've ever seen. Yeah, that movie is so creepy. That movie, I also feel like the Changeling, there's a scene in there that deals with a well, and I feel like that really inspired The Ring. More like The Ring remake, but I don't know, it always kind of reminded me of that. What movie is streaming? Stop Ignoring. No, I think I've gotten to everything. Are you going to make Kung Fury a real movie or not? Are they going to make Kung Fury a real movie? I know they talked about it. I think they made it as a short film. Klaus Kinski in Crawl Space. Yeah, that's a cool movie. I also really like the TV movie Crawl Space, which is out of print on DVD and really hard to get, about this weird homeless guy that ends up going and breaking into this old fake couple's house, and he's living in their basement in their crawl space. And then the couple, though, never had kids, and they always wished that they did, so they kind of like let the guy live down there, and they find out about it. It's an amazing movie. There's Up shipped to Europe normally during the COVID time, expecting Vinegar Syndrome pack. I don't know. I would message Vinegar Syndrome about that, but I believe so. I know a lot of stuff is delayed because there's a package that's supposed to come at some point from Australia, but it's like, I feel like it should have come already, and it's like much more delayed than normal. Did you watch the SNL Quarantines? The new SNL Quarantine? Yeah, I actually liked it. Like, my parents were like, oh, it was terrible, but I'm like, I kind of liked it, and I liked the one, the parody of like Timothy Chalamet and Jojo Siwa and stuff. I thought those were funny, and I thought it was kind of cool that she got to show her impressions and stuff, because she hadn't gotten to do a whole lot on the show, like here and there. It was a shame that Melissa Villaseñor didn't get to do anything, which I don't know why, because she's like amazing in impressions, but she didn't get to do anything. I feel like it's like maybe they cut some stuff like that, or people's stuff didn't get used. Do you think Brendan Fraser will make a comeback? Well, he's back doing much more than he has, because he's on that show Doom Patrol and everything. But it's so weird though how certain actors kind of like doing really well, and then Hollywood kind of like puts them under the rug for a while, and then they kind of sometimes come back. Like the same thing happened to Pauly Shore, and you always kind of wonder like who's the next person that's kind of like big that it's going to happen to again. Because Brendan Fraser, though, is a very likable actor. Like, I always liked him, so I don't know why he kind of hasn't had as much work and stuff like that. Thoughts on Sponge on the Run? Is that the new SpongeBob movie? I think it's done like a different kind of animation. I thought the trailer looks fun for that. Love your channel. Do your parents collect stuff? Well, back in the day, my mom used to collect Barbies, but you know she hasn't in years. She gets like Peppa Pig stuff. So like if we find anything weird Peppa Pig, so she has a lot of Peppa Pig things these days. My dad though collects like kind of like artwork kind of things, and art toys and urban vinyl kind of things, and a lot of skateboard decks, like art print on skateboards, that kind of stuff. Favorite line from the movie The Room? I mean the classic one, that Tearing Me Apart, Lisa. That one is I think the one you always remember. Just watched Dead Ant. I didn't know you were in it. Your part was awesome. Oh yeah, thanks for checking out Dead Ant. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, I believe that's free on Tubi. And like in there, I get killed on the toilet, on the porta pot. You think AMC theaters will go out of business? It's a shame. Like, there's not really many AMCs in my area. They're like not that close. But back in the day, especially in Maryland, I used to go to the AMC was the main theater I went to. I went to The theater now is totally gone in Maryland, but it was originally called General Cinemas Towson Commons. Then it became AMC's Towson Commons. But that was like my favorite theater ever going to. I believe now it's turned into a gym or something, the whole theater. So if you guys see early vlogs when we were going to the movies, me and MJ were walking, that was the theater we went to. But I hope it doesn't go out of business. I mean, it's they need to do some. I don't know. It's a shame. It really is, that the fact that we could just see them totally close. Um, can you see me? Tell us about the photos behind you. Those are basically like all autographs and like some toys and stuff like that. I'd probably do a video, like a new video showing like all my autographs. I gotta do something like that. I went to high school with a guy dressed as like Tiny Tim. He was fucking creepy. I've seen some kind of Tiny Tim people in real life, like some kind of Tiny Tim kind of stuff. Ever see The Haunting with Abigail Breslin? There was a movie with Abigail Breslin, but was it called The Haunting or was it called Haunted? But I have seen that one. Do you have a sister? No. Even though if you saw the Halloween spoof, you might think I had a sister, but no, that was me. Uh, did you like the new Child's Play movie? Well, I like always like Aubrey Plaza, like. So I kind of liked it just because Aubrey Plaza was in it. So like I don't even know if the movie. Sometimes like that, I don't know if any of you guys are like that, but if it's like somebody that you like, or something like that, you watch the movie, even if it's like crap. So like I don't know if it was bad. I thought the movie though was kind of like gory and everything, so I did kind of like it. But I mainly watched it because of Aubrey Plaza. Um, um, let's see here. Where are we now? Do you like the original Exorcist movie? No, I do. Like, that's a very creepy movie. I haven't watched that, though, in forever. Like, forever. I don't like the sequels very much. Like, Part 2 is, like, not... It's hard to watch, Part 2. The third one, though, was decent, though. Let's see here. Do you have the complete set of the Wonder Years? Oh, I do. I have the one that's in the locker. The locker set of the Wonder Years. And then I also have the like the general release one that's like in a regular kind of box. So I have that collector's edition one in the locker, and the other one. How was Devil's Reign with Ernest Borgnine and William Shatner released on Blu-ray? Has the Devil's Reign? Yeah, no, that one was released. Synapse, was it Synapse Films or Severin Films? I think it was Severin Films. Yeah, Severin Films released that one. Have you seen the Demonic Toys? I love that movie. Yeah, I love Full Moon stuff. Favorite director and why? I'm trying to think of who is like a favorite director. Like all-time favorite. It's always hard to say, like, who's one of my favorite directors. Like, for horror, I always really love Wes Craven stuff. And, like, I always like John Waters movies. I really wish he would do another movie again. Do you watch Star Wars? Yeah, I've seen all the Star Wars movies. I think out of the original ones, my favorite one was Return of the Jedi. That was like, because I really like the Ewoks. For some reason, I've always liked the Ewoks. Like, I love the Ewok films. Like, those are like my favorite to watch as a kid. I don't know what it is about those characters, but I always really liked them. Have you been to Bubba Gump's restaurant? Yeah, there was a Bubba Gump's in, we used to go to the one in Florida. I think that was the first time I ever went to one, I believe. Was it Universal City Walk? I think that was probably one of the first times I went. And then there's one by Disney that I haven't been to in a long time, but I went there as well. I always hate though that they ask you those same questions. They're like, oh, what is Bubba's favorite this? And it's like these strange kind of like cheesy kind of questions that they ask. Have you seen The Raid or The Raid 2? I still need to watch those movies. I don't know how I never have. What is your favorite cousin and why? Cousin? Definitely not Cousin Oliver, because he kind of ended, Brady Bunch. Are you going to Monsterpalooza? I think is Monsterpalooza canceled? Is it? I don't know if it is. When is Monsterpalooza? It is in, so it's September. Yeah, so it was canceled, the one. It's now in September in Burbank. If I'm not filming anything, like I said, since everything has been delayed and is going to be picking up the shooting later, as long as I'm around, I'll probably go, because the Burbank one is pretty easy for me to go to because I can take the train to that one, because it's a long drive, but it's easy to take the train, so I'll probably go to that one. Do they even list the guests yet? They're probably going to have to move No, there's no guest listed for that one yet. I would love to get back to the East Coast to go to Monster Mania. That's like one I really really want to get back to. And like do like some videos on the East Coast. Bad storms in my area. I hope you guys are safe. Yeah, we were walking and it like kind of rained a little bit, but like I think it's what sucks is it's like never used to rain that much, and now it's like all this rain, and it's like rain like when we have to walk. Have you seen the TV show with Doctor Who? If so, what's your favorite season? I haven't seen that many. I've seen some of the early ones, but I don't know too well like to say too much about them. Sean, are you still in California? No, yeah, I'm out in in San Diego. Let's see here. Where are we now? I'm trying to get back to that. So here's this. Last movie you saw? Like I think I talked about that earlier. What was your favorite movie experience watching a film in the theaters? The favorite one ever, just because it was so weird, was when I saw what was that one? The one with Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf. I used to go to like early screenings, from doing YouTube and stuff, and this is back when I was in Maryland. Whenever Disturbing Behavior, was that what it's called? No, Disturbia, sorry, with Shia LaBeouf. But whenever I was seeing that, every so often John Waters would be at that screening as well. So he sat directly behind me, and the whole time he was watching the movie, and he's like, "Oh, who is that boy? He's gorgeous." And he was like having a commentary about Shia LaBeouf while I was watching the movie, and to me it was amazing. One of my other favorite times was when I saw this movie, Butterfly Effect, and this guy was sitting back with his mother, and the guy the whole time kept talking to his mother, going, "Mom, is this what college is like? Is he wearing a toupee, Mom?" And he was asking all these questions the whole time, and I never forgot that experience, ever. I see a $5 super chat here. Thanks so much for the super chat. And this is from STC18. And it says, "I have been watching since 2009. How is it going to the same school as Michael Phelps?" Yeah, like I went to, if you guys didn't know, I went to Towson High School, which was the same school that Michael Phelps went to. We're the same age, but he's was a year ahead of me. But we were in a lot of the same, classes together. Like a couple of them, like tech ed. And I remember the one time I talked about this some in the past. There was a documentary filming him like right after he came back from the Olympics, and I was probably in this documentary because they filmed in the tech ed class and everything. But yeah, it was okay. Like he was not like the nicest person. Like I remember once I sat like at a lunch table with him, and he kind of was like looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing sitting here?" You know what I mean? So like I never really liked him too much. Like if he saw me, he would know who I was, like that kind of thing. But I never like loved him that much. So yeah, that was kind of like what it was like with him. I see a $5 super chat here from let me make sure I don't miss one. So I got this one, STC, and this is from Marco Esquados. Let me make sure I spell it out right. Esquandolas. As a former fat guy, have you seen Fat Boy the Movie, a good documentary? I have heard of that documentary, but I have not seen that one. I need to see more of those kind of ones. But I have heard about Fat Boy the Movie. I have not seen it though. Let's see, where was I now? I was back here. Let's see. I talked about that one. Yeah, Fry's closing sucked. Yeah, Fry's, like I said, I think Fry's is all going to be totally gone. Why do you only wear black hats? Well, I have blue hats too, but, I don't, I kind of just wear like the same kind of ones. This hat's actually a little different. This is the one that has like a leather kind of rim on it. Hey Sean, how old are you? How tall are you? And will you ever do any future videos with your dad and brother? I don't know about my brother, but I'm sure I get something with my dad. I don't like to say it's weird to say your age, but you can find it on IMDb. But height, I'm 6'2". Let's see here. Steve Rocks. Yeah, thanks. Like I said, thanks so much, Steve, for the donation, for the super chat. Best Buy is having a pretty sweet, pretty great steelbook sale. Yeah, but, I heard about that. For Disney 4Ks, I think they're $20. And Target has a thing going on right now where it's buy two, get one free. And it doesn't work for everything, but I pre-ordered some stuff through them. I think I got like, I think I get 3 things on there. Yeah, cause I bought 2 things, I got 1 free, but it doesn't work for everything coming out, but a couple things. I don't know how long it's going though. Have you ever been to a restaurant called Bubble Gum? I talked about that. Someone said Steve hasn't had his question answered though. I don't think Steve asked a question, but if Steve asked a question though, let me know what it was. I think it was this what he's saying, talk about your photos on the wall? Was that Steve was asking about that for the photos on the wall? Like, if that was the question. Well, some of the ones down here, like, on the wall, like I have like some like Pee-wee's autograph up there, some Return of the Dead autographs, Jigsaw from Saw up there, Peter Weller from Screamers, E.G. Daly, Super Mario Brothers autograph up there, like a David Lynch thing from the David Lynch event, when he had like artists, come and perform, Mina Savarni autograph, Weird Al Yankovic, like a thing there of like John Waters kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna do a like a closer look. Still hasn't had his question answered though. Do you buy soundtracks? I do have a lot of soundtracks, like a lot of like synth kind of stuff like that, but I haven't bought any in a long time because I don't have like a CD player anymore. Like I don't have like, and the computers you can't put CDs in them anymore unless you buy a drive. So yeah, I haven't really like bought any in a long time. I listen to a lot of stuff through YouTube though, like if I'm walking and stuff like that. Do you watch 24? That's an example of a show I have never seen an episode of. I don't know how. Are you going to see the movie Space Jam 2 when it comes out? Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. I remember too, with Space Jam, that's one of those movies I always remember when I think of like people demoing DVDs. I remember going to like this big screen TV store, and they had like Space Jam playing, and they're like, well, look at this on the DVD. You can see the details of everyone in the crowd, and like the scenes in like the court and everything. Look at in the background, you can really see the people back there. And they were like, look, this is a VHS quality, this is how it looks. But I always remember that it's like one of those demo ones. Someone says, did you say bad words? Yes, on the live shows now, I'm not censoring myself. I feel like, with everything that's going on now, just like, say what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Who cares? So I don't care. In the regular videos, though, I'm more PG-13, but live shows, that doesn't matter. You just say what you want. Have you watched Bodyguard? No, I've not seen, Bodyguard with, I have seen Bodyguard. I have not seen is Bodyguard the one with the bully? I've seen that one. Hey, big fan, have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer series yet? I still need to watch that one. That's something, if I can ever find it cheap, like the set, that's why a lot of times when I go to like the thrift stores, I'm always looking for that, like the complete set of that one. Should I pay $15 to see Gretel and Hansel on VOD? Well, that's actually going to be out soon. I think it's out in like 2 weeks or something on Blu-ray, and you can probably buy it for probably around like $5 more. So I might wait, but I really liked it though. I really like those a lot. Do you have a dog? Yeah, I have a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. My Arrow sale purchases from MVD have been hugely delayed. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff now, certain places aren't open for sending and stuff like that. So like, even right now for doing movie reviews, there's certain PR companies that aren't able to send stuff right now, and certain ones that are. So it kind of all depends. Are you in any other full moon movies besides Ouija's Hollywood Night? No, that's the only one that I have ever done. Hopefully I get to do another movie with them, one of their other ones that they do coming up. What's your favorite record from Tangerine Dream? What's your favorite Tangerine Dream record? I never know the titles of them though. A lot of the old '80s ones I really like, but I like the soundtrack to The Keep. Because I just recently saw that movie, and that's one that I really liked. The music for The Keep, that was really good. Let's see here. Have you ever seen the movie Man of the House with Farrah Fawcett? Yeah, with Jonathan Terrell Thomas and Chevy Chase. Was it Chevy Chase in that one, or was it? I believe so. That one I do really like that movie. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff talking about the Abigail Breslin movie. I did talk about that though. Do you miss John Candy in movies? Yeah, John Candy is one of those people too that when I watch a movie, I always wonder like, what John Candy would be if John Candy was alive, like what things he would be in, and what movies and stuff like that, and like what he would be doing now. And if he would have done like a sitcom. Like, I could totally have seen him going into doing a sitcom, because I don't think he ever did anything like that besides SCTV. But like sitcom show thing, like I always wonder if he would have done something like that. Let's see here. Should I do that? Or just do... Some of these ones I gotta like block, hide, put user timeout when people say like weird stuff. What part of Maryland are you from? Towson, Maryland is where I'm from. So like, if you guys watch all the old Around the Towns, you guys can see some of the old areas. So I definitely, if you guys want something that, have never seen anything or need something to check out, like look up Around the Town, just search Around the Town on my channel, and you'll see like a lot of ones starting, I think, in like 2007 up until early 2000, until like April 2010, were all the ones from Maryland. So there's a whole bunch of different ones you guys can look at. And like me and MJ would go to like movie stores, go to the mall. If you guys want to see like what Targets and stuff like that look like in 2008, 2007, like how they changed, you guys can go back and watch for those ones. Monkey Bone, Finding Nemo, and Looney Tunes Back in Action are the only films I know Brendan Fraser from. I heard he's even bigger than that. No, Brendan Fraser ones that I was just thinking of other ones that I liked. Bedazzled I really like. That one was really fun. Airheads, that's actually probably one of my favorite ones to watch. I've watched that movie so many times. Danny and Blu-ray own that movie. Fuck, I Don't Want to Die on the shitter. And after that, you're in orbit. Yeah, so like, and I don't think you see it in there, but they were like flinging like shit on me in that scene. Why are you wearing a hat indoors at night? This is a balding hat. There has to, I guess, the only way you take off the balding hat is for, super chats to remove my hat. But no, the hat is often a lot of things coming up though. Do you still have your weird '90s candy? No, I wish I did, because like these guys that try old stuff, like eat old food and everything, it'd be kind of funny to try it. Sean, I just received my exercise bike. It's kind of small, but I'm excited to lose some weight. No, I wish I had like a bike, something like that right now, too, so I could have that. Do you like Lonely Island? Lonely Island from SNL. What's funny is I used to talk to, there was a website called Channel 101, and I was back on there in like 2005 maybe, and I used to post on there the Don and Murph videos that I made, and they used to comment on them and stuff like that. And some of the guys that were commenting on them were from Lonely Island, so I'm pretty sure I was talking to Andy Samberg and all of them back then. And they're kind of like saying, "Oh, I like this, but you should make them a little shorter, and you should try this." And so it's really weird to think that I was like talking to some of them back in the day, like really, really early on, like the guy from who like created Community. I was talking to him, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if any of you guys remember that Channel 101. Do you like the new Critters movie? I really like that. I have not seen the Critters the series though that was on Shudder though. Also, there's a poster Time Zone near Fisherman's Wharf, and there's a giant pant sculpture in front of it. Kind of freaked me out when I walked by. I didn't know about that. What do you think of the Shark Exorcist? I don't know if I've seen that one. What do you think of the channel Dead Meat? Yeah, Dead Meat, I really found out about it because they talked about the slasher movie that I'm in, President's Day, on there, and then the head of the channel though, he was like talking, Debbie James was talking about, he gave like a shout out to me, and like losing weight and all that stuff, and I always thought it was so cool that he did that. Hopefully at some point we can do like a vlog together, because I wanted to meet him at a convention and stuff like that. Have you heard about the Marvel Infinity box set? It's on eBay for $3,000 now. Yes, that's the thing that's so crazy. Some of those kind of box sets, you never know which ones are, will be valuable and which ones won't. And that one seems like it really went up. Favorite streaming service? Probably like that has the most stuff that I look at. It's a pay one is probably Netflix. But we have Amazon as well as Hulu. But like for free, like I've talked about a lot, Tubi. What do you like the current timeline of the Halloween franchise, ignoring the weird sequels and back to John Carpenter's story? I mean, yeah, it seems like that's the way a lot of these movies are going to do it now, where they're going to like, skip out on the sequels. But some of the sequels were not bad though. But yeah, it makes sense though, I guess, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to do it. Let's see here. Will they cancel San Diego Comic-Con? They haven't yet, but there's all this talk that they're saying that they're going to. So I'm pretty sure that it will. Coolduder, do you collect Mondo posters? No, I don't really collect too many posters. I have like some, but like I don't have a lot of space anymore for stuff. Um, let's see here. So Wetmo said he sent a voice message, and he says feel free to play it. So let's see what he said. You know, you never know what he's gonna say. Let's see.
Hey, he might be the Christian guy, but dude, yeah.
Let's see, I have to make sure I don't play the weird one.
Like right now, I know you're live and everything, so like, yeah, whenever you get off, just let me know, because I wasn't trying to piss you off or nothing.
So he just said he wasn't trying to piss me off. So, well, so I don't know what he was saying, but something. So she was barefoot. So I don't know what they're saying about barefoot. It's the Lincoln Lambs, you doofus, not the Lincoln Lincolns. Yeah, that's from President's Day. I wish President's Day was online somewhere where you guys could stream it, because it's like, I don't think it's on anything, really. Can you see my comments on your live? I was asking if you ever watched Doctor Who. Yeah, I did. I talked about that one. Let's see here. Everyone sent a super chat. Send a super chat. Yeah, I don't know if Brendan knows how to send a super chat. Like I don't know. I don't know for sure exactly how you send one. Um, let's see. Midsummer or Hereditary. I think Hereditary is a little bit more watchable, but Midsummer is a little bit more of an interesting story. It's kind of like a Wicker Man kind of thing. Let's see here. Thanks for answering my question. My name is Christy. I like how you walk with your mom. Yeah, no, I'm glad that I have someone to walk with too. Have you ever seen the movie Disturbing Behavior with Katie Holmes? Yeah, no, I have seen Disturbing Behavior. And Nick Stoll. I always like that one. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Where are we now? 2007, 2010, Good Times. Have you seen the movie Clown? Is that the new horror movie Clown from Asylum? I've seen that one. I just got a copy of Like a Boss from Paramount for review. Wow, it's terrible. I thought Like a Boss was okay. I mean, it's like kind of like a fun bad movie. Have you watched the movie Warlock? I watched them the trilogy over the weekend. Yeah, I have seen those ones. I love I like your live stream. Stopping by to say hello. Sean, what's the worst movie of 2020? Well, right now there's like so few things that have come out, so it's hard to say. Let's see here. What video games do you like? Like I said, like I got the Nintendo Switch, so I've been on there playing the Animal Crossing. I need to get more games. Like I do have a PS4, but it's mainly used for like a Blu-ray player. But I want to get like probably like The Sims at some point. Did you see The Hunt? Did you like it? I thought it was alright. I didn't absolutely love that movie, and I wish Emma Roberts was in more of the movie. That was the one thing that kind of bothered me. You mentioned the movie The Keep. Has it come out to Blu-ray or DVD? Well, it came out to DVD in Australia from Viavision, and it's a region-free DVD. Hopefully, though, at some point they put out a Blu-ray of it. But I was just glad to see it, because it's one of those movies that's always bootlegged all the time, so if you go to conventions, you always see bootlegs of it, so it was really nice to actually have like a legitimate release of it. Hats make balding go faster. Well, it's kind of like too late as it is. I started losing my hair when I was in, I think when I was probably like 16, I started noticing it. So it's kind of been like a long thing, and it's kind of like been like the same level of like baldness or balding for a long time. I'll tell you though what, it was interesting on that Ghostquake movie though, for them to have to put like the shaken stuff in my hair like John Cryer was using in Two and a Half Men. So yeah, if you see Haunted High, there's a lot of that shaking shit in my hair. Let's see here. We need someone. Oh my god, we need someone to super chat a hat off request. Well, if anyone wants to super chat a hat off request, you guys can. So our super chat to remove the hat, if that's your thing and you need it, you can do it, I guess. Favorite Blu-ray is Dawn of the Dead original. Yeah, like that's one too. Like I can't believe it's never been gotten a like Scream Factory release or anything. I know their second site is gonna release it on 4K in the UK. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead, that's one of like my most watched movies. That one, Day of the Dead. Let's see here. Can you do a top 20 horror movies video? I've done a lot of those in the past. I need to do another one though. Let's see here. Sean, are you out of toilet paper yet? No, we luckily enough haven't a lot. Channel 101 Rule, thanks for answering my question. Yeah, that was a great channel back in the day. Are you glad Rick Moranis is coming back in retirement? Yeah, Rick Moranis is going to be back in the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids like reboot kind of movie thing. Did you hear Vinegar Syndrome is releasing Rad on Blu-ray and 4K? I know I did hear that. That's a movie I can't wait to see that. I've never seen that one. What's your favorite Twilight Zone episode? What's your favorite Twilight Zone episode? Probably like the doll one I remember really liking a lot. I think that was probably one I really remember. What do you think about the movie Liar Liar? That's one I've watched so many times. It's always weird too how he did Liar Liar and then Yes Man, and Yes Man was kind of like the same type movie a little bit. Twister 1996 Blu-ray. That movie though, that was one of the few movies I walked out of in theaters. I didn't like it for some reason. It was like really loud and I'm like, ugh. It was kind of like driving me crazy. So I'm not the biggest fan of that movie for some reason. Let's see, can you make a video, a quick vegan meals to eat video? I never really cooked vegan kind of stuff. So I don't know. Favorite all-time out-of-print Blu-ray. Out-of-print Blu-ray so far is probably Dead Alive. That's like one of the rare out-of-print Blu-rays because not as many Blu-rays are out-of-print, more DVDs. See here. Let's see, where are we now? On here, so let's see. I watched Volcano. I watched Twister, Volcano, and Dante's Peak. I do like Dante's Peak and Volcano, though, a lot. And Daylight was another one that I liked. What video games do you like? Do you like GTA, Grand Theft Auto? My brother played that a lot, but I've never really played that game. I should play that, though. What did you think of... Sean, did you hear they're going to remake Wes Craven's Shocker? I have heard something about that. I remember when I started watching videos back in 2009, I remember you did a video titled Going to a High School Reunion. Are you going to go to another high school reunion one day? Well, the other high school reunion would have come, but they didn't seem to do anything for it. Like, I never heard any posts or anything like that. Like, if I was ever around, maybe, but, like, I don't know. I don't really talk to any of that kind of stuff. Here's what Brennan was saying. What we was saying. All I was trying to say in the message was I was not trying to piss you off when I sent others to your stream, just messing around in my stream. Oh yeah, no problem, Brennan. Oh, you are a Mickey Rourke fan? Yeah, I love Mickey Rourke and like the wrestler. That was like one of my favorite ones. Especially the scene of him in the deli when he gets like fed up and he like slams his hand in like the slicer and everything. That's like an amazing scene. And for some reason too, every time I think of that movie, I think of Carnival of Souls, like the original one, because like there's that scene when they walk in that area that's kind of like in Carnival of Souls. Like I don't know, it always makes you think of that. I don't know why. The movie Crow with Brendan Lee, yeah, that's a great movie. Will you be doing a Forgotten Films video anytime soon? I love that video. Yeah, I need to do another one that of movies that people have forgotten about. Have you seen Tiger King? No, I have not watched any of that. I do need to watch that though. I'd love to see Brendan and Gabe hanging out again. Well, like I said, Gabe, I don't know where Gabe is, but I'm sure at some point, like, I'll see Brendan again at something. Are you going to nude Jello wrestle Brendan? I guess that could be a pay-per-view event. Do you like any retro canon films? What are some of the canon films? I never remember all the ones that they've done, but I know I've liked a lot of the 80s ones. Graveyard Shift, 13 Ghosts, and Tales from the Dark Side movies are coming to Scream Factory this summer. Oh yeah, all those ones I can't wait, especially Tales from the Dark Side. That's one that I always really liked, so I'm really glad to have a Blu-ray of that one. You still pumping iron? No, I don't really do a lot of weightlifting. Love revenge movies like Crow, Death Sentence. There's a movie called Revenge, too, which is a really good revenge movie. It's like a French movie. I have Ernest Rise Again. How much is it worth? I don't know what Ernest Rise Again is worth anymore now. Let me see if I can figure that out on Amazon. Because it's a lot of times, people, sometimes it can be really vary the prices. When you look at Ernest Rise Again on Amazon right now, it doesn't even show. See, there's like a Ernest Wacky Adventures, which is like easy to get, which is like kind of like a compressed disc with all kind of crammed onto one disc. You can get Ernest Rides Again cheap that way, but the actual disc, if you want like just the movie, that one's like $50-$60, something like that. Let's see here. The live stream is no chill. Do you like what's the next horror movie you're looking forward to? I'm kind of looking forward though to seeing the Spiral movie, the new Saw movie. Ever thought about shaving it? I thought about it, but honestly, I like the idea of playing like a Clint Howard guy, like a crazy guy that has like crazy hair and that kind of stuff. So it works good for that kind of stuff. It really does. So I would never really, I'm not really into like having like a shade to the bone kind of thing. It's not really my scene or something like that. I already selected 2 movies for later tonight: Phantasm and Silver Bullet. Yeah, Phantasm I haven't seen in a while. Silver Bullet though, I watched that recently again. That's a great movie, especially the music and everything. Um, Same here. I had a bald spot in high school, but I still have some hair left at 44. Yeah, that's when I really started to losing my hair, was in high school for some reason. Um, my art house theater played The Keep. It was quite an experience. Oh, that's so cool. You got to see it in the theaters. I'm a huge movie buff and a pretty large collection of DVDs and Blu-rays. What made you collect movies? I don't know. Like I started before like YouTube or any of that kind of stuff, so I was always into collecting. Like started out with VHS tapes, so I was always collecting that kind of stuff. So I don't know for sure what did it. It was just always kind of like what I did. I always just loved kind of having a collection of movies and love watching movies and that kind of stuff. Um, let's see here. Thoughts on Harmony Korine's film Trash Humpers. I saw an old school house in Detroit. And that was turned a makeshift theater, crazy experience. Now that's a crazy movie, Trash Humpers. That's like one of those Harmony Korine movies that I feel like a lot of people haven't seen. I know my brother has the DVD of that one. Let's see here. Have you ever thought about directing your own horror movies, Sean? I've made some shorts and stuff like that, and I do have an idea for a horror movie that would be like a Clint Howard thing that I kind of want to do. We'll see. And I also have this idea for this horse movie. I'm not going to say what it's about, but like a family horse film, which would star Eric Roberts, which I really, really want to make. So we'll see. Well, maybe we'll get to do it. Let's see here. Did you know they announced 4K release for Zombie 1979 and Jaws? Yeah, no, I know Zombie's coming out sometime, I think in May, maybe? And Jaws, I believe, is in June. That's definitely one of those ones I'm going to be buying, the Jaws, 4K. Your father had some goodies in that refrigerator from earlier today. He had a lot of different stuff in there. Eli Roth clown. So that's what you're talking about, Eli Roth clown. I have seen Eli Roth, the one he produced. But I like that one. Channel 101 was early pre-YouTube websites from back in the day, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's what Channel 101 was. It was kind of like before YouTube, you would like upload your videos to that site. Did you ever see the movie Tomorrow? Yeah, that was that horror movie that was like a revenge movie. I have seen that one. What music are you listening to these days? Today I was listening to like the new Purity Ring album while I was walking. Do you collect VHS tapes? So much rare 80s horror. I don't have a whole lot. Like Danny CinnaStalker, he has like a huge collection of horror VHS. I have some though. Favorite Back to the Future scene. I like the second movie the best. So the scene is probably like the best one. I don't know what's for sure is like the favorite one. Like I feel like all the stuff though when he goes back, no, in the second one is definitely with Biff in the casino. That's the stuff I really like. And then with the third movie, I always love the line. No one uploaded it online, but I love that thing when he's going, "It's his rules and his game and his way." Like I don't know, I always love that line. And then the ridiculous stuff at the end when it's like, "My son, Jules, and Vern," and I don't know. And then what that kid was doing is like, what was that kid doing? It's like, so that was like a really goofy scene. You hear they're gonna do a reboot of the Power Rangers, but what do you think about that? Are they reboot the original series? Have you seen? But it'd be interesting. I like the other movie that they did, which I know didn't do too well. Wes Craven's Deadly Friend with Christy Swanson needs a Blu-ray. Yeah, that's one I really would love to get a Blu-ray. That's why every time when I when Screen Factory's announcing stuff, I'm never as excited when it's something that's been released already, like Idle Hands and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I already have that. Like there's certain ones, I know there's a couple of new features, but I get much more excited. I'm sure you guys too, when it's something that's been coming to Blu-ray for the first time. So Deadly Friend, that needs a Blu-ray so bad. Like that one, I would love to see that. Brain Scan on Blu-ray, yeah, but Brain Scan has 2 different Blu-rays. It has a Mill Creek release, which is like a double feature, which you guys can get cheap, which has I think Mind Warp as well, and then Scream Factory released Brain Scan. I like Mickey Rourke and Brittany Murphy in Spun. Yeah, Spun's a great movie. Like, if you guys have never seen Spun, that's one I would definitely recommend you guys see. Have you seen Spookies? Yeah, Spookies just came out from Vinegar Syndrome. That's a really fun movie. And I don't see it as a bad movie. I know it's kind of got, kind of hodgepodge together because it was like one movie. Then they added scenes to it to kind of extend it and change it all around. But I really do like that one. Have you ever felt like downsizing your collection? Well, I always have to move things around, but I'm not really into getting rid of stuff because I really like having what I do, and especially the horror collection, and I'm really glad to have what I do. So I know if there's certain things I want to watch, I have it, because like there's a lot of weird stuff I have that's not on streaming. Hey Sean, have you seen The Lodge yet? It was fantastic. Love your videos. Been a loyal viewer since 2008. I have not seen The Lodge yet, but I did pre-order the Blu-ray of that one because that's one that I really want to see. But I haven't seen it yet, though. They should bring back the Massive Horror. That shit was fantastic. No, I love Massive Horror. That was a great series. And they had the other series, too. Like, Season 3 ended up being on, like, not on Showtime anymore, but it was called something else. I forget what it was called, but it was okay. It wasn't as good, though. What's your favorite comedy of the last 5 years? Well, comedy horror, though, is Greasy Strangler. Like, I love that. Let's see. Did you find Blu-rays good enough, or do you go after 4K? Like, honestly, I'm not that crazy about 4K. Like, it's nice. Like, if I get a 4K to review or something like that, like, but I'm not, like, that concerned if I don't have it in 4K. Of course, though, if it's like a DVD or a Blu-ray, I'm buying the Blu-ray. I'm not going to buy the DVD. But sometimes people say, why do you buy Blu-ray? Buy DVDs. But a lot of indie horror movies only come out to DVD. So I'm fine if that's the only way to get it, I'll buy it. But 4K, like, I'm not totally concerned. Like, I pre-ordered Bloodshot, I pre-ordered the Blu-ray of it. I'm not, like, concerned. You know what I mean? But, like certain ones, like, I'll buy Jaws. When I'm 100% going to buy the Back to the Future movies, when those come to 4K, because I have not bought those again in years. The only Blu-rays I have of those are the original release Blu-rays. I haven't bought the newer ones or anything, so I'm totally cool buying those ones again. Somebody said something about favorite Kubrick movie. Probably The Shining, and then Eyes Wide Shut are probably my favorites. Have you seen any of the Vice Academy movies? Yeah, I got those to review from Vinegar Syndrome. Recently watched Larry Clark's Bully on Tubi. I enjoyed it. It's not as much as Kids, though. Not as much as Kids, though. No, Bully's really good. Bully's like a really underrated movie. I just watched Secret Life of Pets. That is one. Scary Rabbit. No, that's a fun movie. I still haven't seen the sequel. I need to get that Blu-ray of that one. Canon Films, Ninja movies, Chuck Norris movies from the 80s. Let's see. Ever watched Hatchet? Yeah, I've seen Hatchet. Those are really fun throwback slasher movies. Does Herb still have his collection of toys and other memorabilia? Yeah, he still has all those kind of toys and everything. Shawshank Redemption is the best film ever. When it comes to like prison movies and like escape movies, that's a really good movie. What's Dweebo up to? I think he's downstairs watching something now. Let's see. Have you seen the 1985? Have you seen Legend 1985 Tangerine Dream version? Yeah, I love Tangerine Dream's music from that one. Did you do your exercise walking today? Yeah, I did. I walked, I think, like close to 10 miles today, and luckily enough, it only rained for like 15 minutes of the walk. Have you seen Uncle Buck? Yeah, Uncle Buck's like one of my favorite John Candy movies. DVD. DVD you got the Jurassic Park tin DVDs from Best Buy? I have the lunchbox for Jurassic World, but I don't have any of those tin editions. Would you move back to the East Coast? No, I don't like the cold. And I really like where I am now. Like, I feel like the only other place I would move is Vegas, because I really like Vegas. So that would probably be the only ones. Back to the Future 2 is lame. I don't know, I always liked Back to the Future 2. Walmart is expanding the media section. I haven't heard that. I hope so, because that's my favorite place to go, to film and everything, and to look for movies. Does Gina still make dinglings from her recipe video? We haven't made dinglings in years. Dinglings, though, those are like there's a video on there if you guys want to look it up, making dinglings. But no, because I feel like if we made them, we'd probably pound them and like eat too many of them. So we haven't made those in years. Target's not so much lately. Hey Sean, keep healthy, keep the faith. Cheers from Germany. Let's see here. Back to the Future is awesome. Part 2 and 3 not so much. I don't know. Like I said, I really like the sequels. I don't know. I always think I feel like all of them. I feel like the first one's the best movie, but I feel like they're all fun to watch. How many movies in total have you watched? Oh, thousands upon thousands. What happened to MJ Kelly? Like I said, he's in. From last I heard, he's in Colorado. That's all I know. Like I don't know. I haven't heard from him in forever now. Have you seen Gentleman from 2020? If so, did you like it? No, I haven't seen Gentleman. That's one I definitely need to see. When you update your YouTube banner, seriously needs an update. I'm like weird about changing stuff, and I honestly don't even remember how to change it. Like I really don't. But like I feel like people know these images, so I don't really like to change them. Gleaming the Cube needs a Blu-ray release. I know, like that one I can't believe. I know my brother really wants that too. Are you still trying to lose more weight? No, I'm trying to stay the same weight. Because at one point I was at like maybe 3 years ago or something. I think it was at like 184. I was too thin. I was too thin for me because you do have like extra skin on like your arms and some of that kind of stuff. So I was way too low, especially for being 6'2". So I'm trying to stay in like the 195 range. Let's see here. What is your favorite black and white movie? Probably about Bad Seed and Freaks are two of my favorite ones, but probably Bad Seed the most. Like the Bad Seed is definitely like one of my top like 20 movies. They need to bring My Demon Lover to Blu-ray. I feel like I've heard talk about that one, but I don't know if I'm right about that, but I feel like I heard something about that. Have you seen Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater? No, I know that's one of like Brennan's favorite movies. I've never seen that movie because like Brennan used to have it on his wall in old videos. Let's see here. Are you the oldest from your brother? Yeah, I'm the old. I think like 6 years older or something like that. They need to. Did you ever get the DVD Drop Dead Fred when they had it at Walmart? I don't know if that was where I got it at, but I remember that used to be in the $5 bin. I do have the region-free Blu-ray of Drop Dead Fred, and that one is, if you guys, are a fan of Drop Dead Fred, definitely pick up that Blu-ray, because it has, like, 30 minutes of deleted scenes or something, which is amazing deleted scenes. Like, I remember I cried to them. Like, I cried to that movie so bad. Like, Drop Dead Fred, to me, I don't know. I don't know why I like that movie so much, but everything about it, the music, everything. That's like and I always had a huge crush on Phoebe Cates. Even as a kid, I used to like her. They need to bring. Let's see here. It was called Fear Itself. Yeah, that was Fear Itself was the technically season 3 of Master of Horror. Let's see. When will you do the rare out of print video for your collection? I feel like there's not a lot new from the last time I did it. So I gotta like really go through it all and really think on what's out of print. That's the only thing that's really hard to do. Were you supposed to be going to Monsterpalooza this year? I think I was gonna go the one that was like in May, but I don't know because I wasn't sure if Butcher's Bluff was going to be filming then, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. Let's see, how many siblings do you have? I just have one brother. Are you still receiving Studios physical media? I'm still getting some things, but there's a lot of places that are not open. Like some of the companies that send the stuff, the places are not open to send it, so they, like Lionsgate, I'm not going to be able to review anything from Lionsgate for a little while. So, like, I'm going to have to be picky with the ones that I buy. Like, I just, I don't know. Because, like I said, I do get a lot of stuff to review. So, I have to decide, like, would I be buying this? You know what I mean? So, I have to, like, kind of think about it. You know what I mean? So, I don't buy something that I really don't want or something like that. Let's see here. Pump up the volume. Let's see here. Met any asshole celebrities? No one really was ever rude. I never really met anyone that I didn't really like. So never really anyone that was that rude. Not really per se. No. Pump Up the Volume is a classic, great movie. Yeah, I still need to see that one. Why do you look shocked in your thumbnails? That's just kind of what I do. Because I don't like doing like a stupid face, like a big smile, like a big smile, teethy thing, like oh yeah, teethy and like that kind of thing. So that's sort of my thing, is doing those kind of sort of stupid faces, and I know people talk about it a lot, and like Facebook, oh, you're doing that face like he's taking a D or something. I don't know. It's just like the face that I do. How much money? Wait, hey Coolduder, how much money would somebody have to super chat you to buzz off all of your hair on stream? For that, to buzz my hair, honestly, because like especially I can't do it now anyway because they did a head cast for Butcher's Bluff, so I can't cut my hair. But like I don't even know. I don't even know. The only thing I'll do is super chats to take my hat off. That's the only kind of one. But not buzzing. Like if I knew I could do it, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Favorite scene in Gummo? I don't know. I don't know. Gummo is just like one of those movies where everything in that is just interesting. There's like nothing in there that's not interesting. Just watch your fridge tour, fascinating. Do a whole house tour. Maybe do something like that. Thanks for answering my question. Your videos are great. Favorite rapper? I don't. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of like new rap anymore, so I don't know. Do you like 3 O'clock High? Yeah, that's a really underrated, like school kind of bully kind of movie. Dr. Strangelove, best black and white movie. I've never really seen that one. Do you watch any Jackie Chan movies? Like I haven't seen a lot of his like early movies, but of course I've seen like Rush Hour movies and that kind of stuff. Does your brother still collect and is buying dope sneakers? He doesn't really buy many sneakers. He gets a lot of Supreme, but not really sneakers. I'm sorry, but the new Pet Sematary movie sucked. I didn't like it. Yeah, that was not really very good. Favorite Vinegar Syndrome movie so far? What was one of my favorite ones they put out? Probably Ice Cream Man was one I was really excited about. You walk 3 times a week? Yeah, because I would go to the gym 3 times a week, so I walk now 3 times a week. Will there be any new family movie review videos in the future, even if it's just one a month? Maybe. We don't always go to the movies together. So, like, if we went to the movies together, we might do one. But, like, I don't know for sure, though. You must have a huge collection of movies. What genre do you like the best? Horror movies are the main things that I like. So, like, I'm much more, like, risky with buying things with horror movies. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take a chance on horror movies as opposed to, like some weird drama or something like that, or especially like super low budget comedies. Like low budget horror movies, I'm real like, pretty much would buy. Like in certain people's movies, I'll buy like anything Danielle Harris is in. I'll watch anything she's in. I'll watch anything with Scout Taylor Compton. I'm real specific. Like certain people, I'll watch any of their movies. I believe I see a $2 super chat here from Donald Crosswhite. He didn't leave a question, but thanks so much, Donald, for your $2 super chat. Like I said, guys, I appreciate the super chats so much. They're a huge help, and especially right now, I'll be buying more stuff for the videos and more stuff to talk about. So all that stuff is a huge, huge help, more than you guys can imagine. So I appreciate that so much. Let's see here. Do you like Labyrinth? Yeah, I love the original Labyrinth film. I haven't seen any of the TV series, though. Hey, Sean, any chance of doing a live stream, split screen commentary on all of your convention videos from the first one? I need to figure out how you do that. I know I use this software called OBS. If you guys know what that is, that's the thing I discovered. But there's probably some kind of a way to like see the screen. Like to see the computer desktop and stuff like that. I don't exactly know how all that works, but I also want to do like, I thought about trying to do a commentary track for like Ghostquake, since it's on Tubi for free to watch, and it's also uploaded on YouTube. So I thought about doing something like that, kind of like a commentary track that was live. I couldn't show the video because of the copyright, but I could like say like, we're all going to start at the same time and you guys could watch it again later. But I don't know about like, because I wouldn't be able to answer questions. I guess you guys could answer questions about the movie or something like that. Let's see here. I make dinglings every year on Xmas because of you guys. Well, that's cool. You should make a video like next Christmas making dinglings. That'd be kind of funny to see you doing it. What films are you watching to kill time in quarantine? I've been doing my Mission Impossible films, and I'm starting with the Halloween box set. Right now, though, me and my brother have been watching a lot of like TV shows that we kind of hadn't watched in a long time. So like we're catching up on stuff and catching up on watching weird stuff. Like we used to watch Naked and Afraid all the time, and then haven't in like years, and we started watching that again. So like stuff like that. Movie-wise, though, we haven't watched as many movies, just like a lot of different TV things. Like I said, like a lot of stuff that we haven't watched in a while, stuff we kind of had recorded that we hadn't gotten to, and that kind of stuff. I see a super chat here now from Donald. Donald now has a question. Donald Crosswhite, and yes, Theodore is the best. I love that clip. But you as Theodore. Oh yeah, that from the Alvin and the Chipmunks parody. Yeah, that one's still up. If you guys want to see that, search up Don and Murph, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and you guys can get. That's a good idea of like Don and Murph and me, my brother, and MJ. We're all playing the Chipmunks, and we kind of mess with the voices and stuff like that. But that's one of my favorite parody ones. I just felt like that one kind of worked well. Let's see here. Any chance of the split screen? What? Have you seen Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? Yeah, Daniel Harris was in that. That was like one of her early movies. But like I always liked that movie. That's one of those movies I haven't watched in a long time as well. I need to look at that again. Like I keep on. That's another movie that too. I keep on hoping that Shout Factory will announce a Blu-ray of that. Like I can't believe that's never come to Blu-ray. Someone said if you could be a lead character in any horror movie franchise, then what would it be? Like if they made like a new Sleepaway Camp, like I'd love to do that. If they made a Friday the 13th movie, I don't care about being the lead, honestly. I like doing like character roles. So like as long as it would be something that wouldn't be like a cut scene kind of thing, I'd love to do something like that. Like the company that I would love to work with on something is Blumhouse. Like that's like my goal is to get in something Blumhouse in the next like couple of years. Just something. I don't care what it is, doing something in it. Even if it's just like one or two lines, that's totally cool with me. That would be kind of cool. I see a $2 super chat here from Michael Entity, and it says, "What is your favorite movie with Malcolm McDowell?" I think the best movie with him is Clockwork Orange, though. That's like the one I always think of. But there's also this one movie that he did called like what was it called? It was like on an island. And it wasn't a good movie, but I liked him in it. It was kind of like this. It was all took place on this strange island, and there were like zombies and stuff like that. I don't know, like it was an Island of the Dead or something like that. But I always think of that movie. But he was also in what's other Malcolm McDowell movies? Let me just look it up, just so I try not to miss any of his movies. But he's been in a lot of different stuff. Malcolm McDowell, but like because he's been in over 200 movies. What was the name of that island movie though? It was called The Isle, maybe. Like I said, it's a really bad movie, but I like it. It's like a good bad movie. Another one that he was in that no one really saw was called The Barber, and he plays a serial killer. That was a pretty good one, as well. Like I said, thanks so much though for the super chat. Let's see here. I like all the Back to the Future movies. Yeah, no, I always like them. I don't know why someone wouldn't like them all, because I feel like they all are kind of like one movie in a weird way. I fixed to get off so I could go back to bed. Good night. Well, thanks so much for coming on to watch. We need to get the True Lies Blu-ray. Yeah, True Lies, I can't believe that one has never come to Blu-ray. Like, and there's been so much talk about that one for years, and I know like James Cameron has to like approve the transfer and all that kind of stuff. When are you going to do your next live chat? I don't know. I seem like I'm doing them a lot on Sundays. I feel like Sundays is a good time. Maybe I might do one tomorrow too. I don't know. I feel like if I film something else though, it's kind of late. I don't know if I'm going to film anything else tonight, so I might go live again sometime tomorrow for a little bit, just to see. Let's see here. Most disturbing movie you've ever seen? Probably the August Underground movies. Those ones really creep me out. Do you still chug over picture? Sometimes people say some weird shit on here, like, let's see, how many movies are you watching daily? I haven't watched, like I said, it depends. I usually watch at least one thing. What was the last, I know that one of the last things I watched was Party Hard, Die Young. That was one of the last things I watched. That was actually pretty good. That's a German horror movie that was like a Shudder exclusive. That one though was pretty good. Opinions on the new Godzilla movies. I like the new ones. I'm not that though the biggest fan ever of them. Someone says Uncle Buck needs a Blu-ray release. No, Uncle Buck has a Blu-ray. It came out a while ago. But I would love to see one that has some features and stuff. I see another super chat here from Kyle Winfrey, a $2 super chat. Thanks for all the fun videos. Stay safe. Thanks so much, Kyle, for watching and for your super chat. Like I said, there's been a lot of super chats tonight, and I seriously appreciate it, guys. So thanks so much for them. Someone says I work with MJ at PetSmart. That's so funny, Mike. You work with him there? That's what a small world like that. So that's so funny. Yeah, that you work with him at PetSmart. Were you there the whole time with him? I don't remember how long he was there. That MJ was at PetSmart. I know he was there, and then he ended up going to moving, to the Regal Cinema Hunt Valley 12 and worked with me there. But he was at, I think he was at PetSmart for a couple of years. But that's so funny that you work with him. Will there be a sequel to Restricted Area that you were in? I don't know if there'll be a sequel. I know the director now, though, is working on a new movie that I shot some stuff on my end for him, but I don't know if he's going to do a sequel to that one. Do you like 10 Cloverfield Lane? I loved John Goodman in that movie. I feel like he really made that film. Thoughts on Rescue from Gilligan's Island? I'm somebody that loves Gilligan's Island, so I really liked Rescue from Gilligan's Island. I thought that was a really fun movie. And I like the idea of them like finally getting off the island, and then it all falls apart when they get back to America, and then like they have to kind of adapt to like the way the world is now. I see another super chat here from Michael Entity. What's your opinion on the 1988 remake of The Blob? That's actually a really good remake. That's a super gory, and like I thought the effects in that were great. Like the effects of the blobs type stuff. It kind of looked similar to like the blobs, like the river of ooze and the Back to the Future. Ghostbusters 2. I think Ghostbusters 2 was after that, like a couple years after that, but it had like a similar kind of look. Let's see here. Where was I on here? I'll be on here for a little bit longer. I think about 20 more minutes. So if you have any last minute super chats or questions, like I said, about 20 minutes or so more, I'll be on here. Raging Bull is the best, black and white, hands down. Yeah, I've never seen Raging Bull. I don't know how. I've never watched that movie. Let's see here. Vinegar Syndrome does a great job, but their titles they get aren't that good. What kind of, with Vinegar Syndrome and with all companies, it all kind of like depends. Like some titles are more interesting than others, but I feel like Vinegar Syndrome though does an amazing job though on the transfers. Like they do such a great job on them. Why doesn't your mom like to cook? Well, I don't want to make my mom cook for me at my age. You know what I mean? Like so, she cooks stuff for herself, and like it's like mainly like me and my brother that get certain things. But she cooks certain things. But remember, I eat vegetarian, so I don't want to like have to make her like make specific things just for me and everything. Jerry Mitchell was a hero from 3 O'Clock High. I love that film. Yeah, 3 O'Clock High is one I need to look at again. That's a really fun movie. Do you have a PSP? I had one like 10 years ago, but I haven't in a long time. Who are the chicken fries for when you order at Burger King? Oh, those are for my brother. Mostly everything there, except if you hear me get the Beyond Burger. That's the only thing there that I would eat. He buys paper plates to put food on and eat off of. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, paper plates. Remember, like, I've had paper plates my entire life. Like that's just because also too, I don't like make my mom because we certain things we use all these different dishes and everything. So it's like, but it's weird. I didn't expect all those comments about the paper plates. Honestly, I never expected that because I'm like to me, like it's kind of just like what we've always done. We do recycle stuff though. Let's see here. Have you seen the Mel Brooks movie Blazing Saddles? It's a really funny 70s movie. It's totally non-PC now, but a very fun movie though. Beetlejuice or Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Definitely to me, Pee-wee, but I do love Beetlejuice, and I'm really excited for that Beetlejuice documentary that they're making. What is the color of my shirt? I don't know what your shirt color is. Buying paper plates to be used at home once is a total waste of the economic. Honestly, right now with all that's all in the world, I don't think the paper plates matters that much. I don't think we got all kind of other things to worry about. I think people now though I think maybe it's like since other people in other countries and stuff, maybe plates are not used like that. But here in America, like paper plates, like they're like a big thing. You know what I mean? It's not for parties or anything like that. But you know what I mean? But keep in mind though, these plates last for months and months and months, and we are reusing them a lot more. Like we're not like wasting them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And also, keep in mind too, after these walks that me and my mom do, there's not a lot of energy. We are so bushed. So, and we're not lazy. We're walking a lot. And especially to have my mom at her age doing the walking that I'm doing, and she's doing it though. I see a $2 super chat here from Michael Entity again. Thanks so much, Michael, for your super chats tonight. Favorite Scorsese film that doesn't star De Niro? Probably for the movie that doesn't star De Niro, probably you know, Shutter Island is probably my favorite one that he's not in. I don't think he's in it at all. Is he in it? I don't believe so. But that was probably my favorite one. But if it came to what he was in, Taxi Driver, though, is my favorite. Taxi Driver is an amazing movie. Let's see here. Let's see. What's the address of your last house? I don't really want to say because I don't want to risk anyone there getting it. But it's just, I'm just going to say it's like in Towson. That's all I'll say. And it's like on, I guess it's Joppa Road, I think it was on. I don't even remember. I don't know why I don't remember. I haven't thought about it in so long. Let's see here. Have you seen Jack's Back with James Spader? Yeah, I reviewed that one. That was actually a really good movie. How's the beer bug doing for you? The beer bug? What's that? I don't know what that is. Let's see here. Love your videos. Been watching for 8 years. Well, thanks so much for watching for so many years. I got into YouTube with you, Robbie Webster, Shane Jensen, Perry Hovermill. You're the last one left. No, I know. It's a shame that so many people are gone. Like I miss like some of those people's videos, especially. I mean, Shane still does some stuff on Facebook, but I used to love watching all their videos. I love Be Kind Rewind review when you and MJ did the Pee Wee and Francis. Yeah, that's another one if you guys want to look up something. Look up the Don and Murph Be Kind Rewind review. In that one, we dress like, Pee Wee, and we do like a parody of that. Island of the Dead. Yeah, that's the Malcolm McDowell film. It's a really bad movie, but it's a fun bad movie. Let's see here. Love watching your videos and watching them all the way down, from all the way down under. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hey bro, I've been watching you since I was about 10. I'm 22 now. Thanks for over a decade of entertainment. Unbelievable to see your journey. Well, thanks so much for watching for so many years. It's crazy when I think of how many years I've been doing these videos and like how long. Because I was thinking like I've been on YouTube now since like 2007 or something like that. But I've been doing like online videos since 2004. So it's like, man, I've been doing these for so long. It's like it's hard to believe how long I've done it. And then, like you were saying, when you see kind of people come and go, like me and Wet Movie though, are some of the ones who've been around for a long time. Let's see here. Have you seen Itchy the Killer? One of my favorite movies with Takashi Miike. No, I have the Blu-ray of that one. That's a great movie. I believe there's a super chat here from Michael. Another super chat from Michael Entity. What would you say is the most unnecessary remake? Well, technically all remakes are sort of unnecessary, but like I think the most, because technically they don't, if they're, as long as the movie was good or something like that, it doesn't really need to exist. But some of them kind of like make the, add to the movie or whatever. But I feel like the most unnecessary one ever was the Psycho remake that Gus Van Sant did, which I like his films, but like that was so unnecessary because it was just a remake where it was just remaking it shot for shot, scene for scene, line for line. Like everything was set up exactly the same. There wasn't anything gained or new from it. Or someone said, "Are you and Wet Movie still friends?" I mean, we still talk. We talk on Instagram, send each other voice messages and all that kind of stuff. Have you ever seen the movie that had both eroticism and gruesome horror in it? Well, like some of those like erotic horror movies, like those John Rowland films or some of those kind of films like that. Peter Vincent, the great vampire killer, yeah, from Fright Night. Twins is supposed to have a Blu-ray already. Yeah, I'm hoping for that, and I know they're talking about making the Triplets movie. Hopefully that happens at some point. Let's see here. If you've seen one of Coolduder's live stream, you've seen them all. I tried, I don't, it's hard to know what I would be doing differently because it's basically just a Q&A and talking about stuff and that kind of stuff. I don't do anything because I'm not going to walk around outside or something, you know what I mean? Have you seen the indie movie called Tyrell? I saw that one. I didn't love that movie. I like the cast, but I didn't love that one. Someone said, looking forward to seeing Antlers. Yeah, that one is one I really want to see. Ready to Rumble needs a Blu-ray release ASAP. Yeah, that's the David Arquette film. That was a fun movie, like a fun wrestling movie. Let's see here. Are you and MJ ever going to do a video together again? Well, the thing is, if MJ ever wants to, I'm totally down and open to do it. It's just like I said, he kind of vanishes, so you kind of don't know where he is. Someone said thoughts on the new Sonic the Hedgehog film. I haven't seen that one yet, but hopefully I'll be able to review that one. They need to make a remake of Big Trouble in Little China. Have heard about that. Someone says, I liked what's in your fridge video. I started buying PB2 because of it. Yeah, let me know what you think of PB2. I think the plain one is probably the better one. The chocolate one, the new one, isn't as good as it used to be, though. It's still like it, though. Kevin Dillon, The Blob. Yeah, Kevin Dillon was in The Blob. What is your most favorite and hated Wes Craven movie? Well, I mean, Wes Anderson movie. Favorite one, I feel like his best movie, in my opinion, is Bottle Rocket. I feel like that's like the most, I don't know, that's the one I really like. Hated one, I don't know if I really hate any of them. I didn't love the Isle of Dogs one that much, the Dogs movie. I still liked it, but I probably out of all of them, that was probably like the least interested one to me. You got to see Raging Bull as soon as possible. It's currently on Netflix. Yeah, I don't know how, that's like one of those movies, like those classic movies that I don't know how I've never seen before. Bro, just go live all this week. I can't do it every day, because I put up other things, but I definitely will probably try and do maybe one tomorrow. We'll see, too. Is there a Blu-ray of Carnival? No, Carnival has never had a Blu-ray. It's had DVDs. Wolf Creek needs a Blu-ray release, maybe from Scream Factory, Arrow Video. Yeah, I can't believe, at least in the U.S., there's never been a Blu-ray or Blu-ray release of that one. Let's see here. Best Leo movie are Titanic and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I also, Leonardo DiCaprio movies, my favorite one is, The Beach. I know that's not a great movie, but like I find myself thinking about that movie, and like I like the concept, and like the whole idea of these people like kind of like they can't deal with society, and they go and like hide away from their problems and their troubles and live on this weird beach island. And I don't know, something about that movie, you like either you love it or you hate it, and if you like it, you kind of obsess about it. And I kind of that's one video idea I thought about doing, is like called movies I obsess about. Why I obsess about them, I don't know. But The Beach, that's always been one of those ones. Do you like the Beatles? No, I like the Beatles. I'm not like a huge, like I listen to them all the time or anything, but I like their stuff. We almost always use paper plates, so I'm glad to know some people use them. Like I said, it was weird, like all those comments about, oh, the paper plates, all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. When you do your 3 walks a week, are you wearing a mask the entire time? I have a scarf, so if anyone like is by, I can cover myself with a scarf. But since I'm usually not walking by anyone, since we're a little later, I don't really wear a mask unless like they say we have to. But I couldn't keep it on the whole time. It's for breathing. It's hard to breathe in those masks because you're kind of taking like sort of shallow or kind of smaller breaths. And for the walking, especially because we purposely go up hills, I think I'd probably pass out if I had to have the mask on the whole time. Paper plates are easy to recycle too. Yeah, we recycle them. Loved your fridge video, different but good. Yeah, like I'm glad you liked the fridge video though. Like I said, I think we'll be on here now for like 10 more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute super chats or last minute questions, get them in. But like I said, maybe a little over 10 minutes, something like that. Let's see here. I still use glass bottles. Glass plates. We have like ceramic and stuff like that too, though. We have like bowls like for cereal and that kind of stuff. So we use things like that for that. Have you ever heard of a movie called Turk 1982? No, I've never heard of that one. Who cares about paper plates? The world has many more problems. Yeah, I feel like I said, right now, that's not the concern, is the plates. It's the concern is like hopefully more people don't get sick, and I know it's going to happen, but I just like hopefully they get like the cure and all that kind of stuff, and then can get that manufactured and all that. Like that's the biggest concern. The biggest concern is just like getting sick yourself. Like that's, to me, like it kind of makes it so too you're afraid of going in stores. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like more nervous than normal, but because of it, I just try to be as careful as possible. And it's so hard to get stuff. Like it's hard to get plastic gloves because everyone would tell me I should have gloves, and it's hard to get that stuff. You and Syrup Midnight inspired me to start my own channel. Your channel is awesome. His channel is Off the Shelf Movie Night if you guys want to see his channel. But yeah, thanks so much. I watch Syrup Midnight's videos as well. Like he does cool videos like collection videos and everything like that. Let's Let's see here. It was horrible. What was a movie that needs a remake because the way they fleshed out was horrible? Like, if there's a movie that really needs a remake, I don't know. Like, what was horrible? Like, I guess like anything that was really really bad could be like remade. What's it take to work background in a horror film with you? Well, some of the movies I've done, they have had like crowdfunding things where like you can appear in the movie. They're usually not background because I don't like to have it be a background if someone's donating money to a movie. I usually want them to have a role, but like Clown Motel 2, if you guys look up that one, if you were interested in that, like I know you can get a part in that to act in that movie with me. But like when it comes to like take to get into a background work, like if you just want to do like general background work, or if you with me though, like I said, like there's a lot of stuff when there's like funding, but like if there's ever a time when I know that they need people, I'll make a post or something like that. Do you hate product placement? Product placement can be funny, like in Mac and Me. That whole movie was product placement for McDonald's and certain like Pepsi. I think it was Coke or Pepsi and like a bunch of different stuff like throughout that whole movie. I hope you do a live chat tomorrow. Yeah, I might do one like sometime during the day, because I have to go out and get some food and stuff like that. Just like simple little thing. So when I get back, maybe I'll do one for like an hour or so. Let's see, favorite Seinfeld episode. That's a show, though, I've not watched too many episodes of. I don't know how, because I love, the show that, Larry David created, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've seen every single episode of that. I've been watching back that, but Seinfeld, I've not seen that many. I'm hoping at some point they put those on Blu-ray, because then I would watch them, like, from the beginning. Let's see here. Have you ever been to Grocery Outlet? I have been there a couple times. Not a lot, though. And that's, I think I went there when I first moved here, but it's been forever. Do you think it will become so bad with Corona that country we go into, that it will get into our water streams for drinking? I hope not. It's not like like a cabin fever type thing with it getting in the water. Like I hope it's not something like that. Let's see. Jeremy Grimm says, "Are you playing the Switch tonight?" I might do it for like an hour. Like I said, I'm trying to only do it like an hour or so a night. But yeah, like if any of you guys are on Switch, definitely add me on there, on the Switch thing. But thanks so much, though, Jeremy, for your super chat. Let's see here. Trying to get back to where I was. Do you think True Lies will ever have a Blu-ray release? Yeah, I think so. At some point, it's going to have to. What are your thoughts on Macaulay Culkin going to star in American Horror Story? Yeah, I'm excited for that. Like, I love Macaulay Culkin as an actor, so I'm glad about that. When is a drama queen thinks he's the only one under quarantine. Well, I think sometimes people, when you're like stuck doing something, you kind of are in your own mind a lot. You know what I mean? And you kind of like see it that way. So you have to try and remember, like, everyone's going through this. Like, it's not just like everyone is, you're not the only one with everything getting changed around in your life. You know what I mean? What's your favorite John Carpenter soundtrack? Probably for soundtrack, maybe Escape from New York is probably. But I also really like They Live music in that one. I like The Beach, don't get why people don't like it. Yeah, I don't know why people don't like The Beach. Like I remember when I first saw that movie, how much I liked it. I've always really liked that one. Can you play Blues Teeth, bro? I don't know what that is. Have you ever seen the Grand Budapest Hotel? By the way, it's the most successful film. His most successful film. It's 191 out of top 200 films of all time. No, that one I really liked. Besides watching films, what are your other hobbies? Pretty much just watching films and then acting. They're like my main things. There's a copy of Crawl Space on eBay for $149. I was talking about that earlier. Because like Wild Eye released that one years ago. But yeah, it's crazy. That was for $150. Bring back MJ. Yeah, MJ is welcome back to the channel anytime he wants to. A lot of people are saying this Blues Teeth. I don't know what that is. What is Blues Teeth? Team Paper Plates. What's Blues Teeth? Yeah, someone else is saying that. I don't know what that is. Do we want Blues Teeth? And what is Blues Teeth? I don't even know what that is. Please play Blues Teeth. I don't know what that is. Red Solo Cup. It's called Turk 182. Do you still own any HD DVDs? I do have a few. Like I think like Chuck and Larry I have on HD DVD. Debbie Does Dallas Again, like one of the only adult films released like on a HD format. I have that. I bought that in 2008 or 2007. Let's see here. There's all these Blues Teeth things. Please watch on YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah, what is Blues Teeth? Does anyone know what the hell that is? Blues Teeth? Halloween is iconic. No, Halloween is great. The Halloween music, like the theme, is amazing. Can you please acknowledge yourself with Blues Teeth? I'm gonna have to hide this because I don't know what the hell this Blues Teeth thing is. If anybody knows what Blues Teeth is, let me know what that is. You a fan of the singer Pink? Like I like some of her music. Like I'm not a huge fan. Like when it comes to pop music, like I like Lady Gaga, Madonna, and that kind of stuff. Dua Lipa, like that kind of stuff. But like I don't really listen to Pink too much of Pink's music. Let's see, it's the show Eureka made the product placement part of the show. Yeah, I know Eureka is coming to Blu-ray from Mill Creek. It's one I've never seen, so I'm definitely going to watch that one. For sure. Castaway was product placement. Yep, for FedEx. And I think there are a couple other things in there too, like the ball, the Wilson ball. I like the first half hour of the beats, but once they get there, it stalls a bit. It does. It's like a little long in that part. It does kind of like fizzle out a little bit, but I still really like it. Fantastic Four meets a proper remake. Yeah, that Fantastic Four reboot, that was a mess. And it was hardly even a fun mess. It was just kind of like a mess movie. So like I said, I think we're coming to the end now, or just at 2 hours. So like I said, I've maybe like 5 more minutes. So if there's any last minute, like last super chats or anything like that, last questions, I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom. So any last minute things on here. Someone said something about. Let's see if anyone says what that thing is, what that blue teeth. If anyone knows what that is. Someone said they hope the new Bill and Ted will be good. No, I do as well. Like I really do hope it's good. Like. I hope we get to see like a trailer or something at some point. I really do. Blues Teeth is the new bill passed by Donald Trump for the virus. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I did not know. Have you ever seen the new Nicolas Cage movie Willy's Wonderland? It's gonna be like Five Nights at Freddy movie. No, I've never even heard of that. Been watching Goosebumps on Netflix. Oh, that's cool that they put the whole series on there. My favorite Goosebumps is always the One Night at Horrorland. That's the one I always love. Thoughts on Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a really fun, underrated slasher film. All the Gods in the World, new French horror movie, English friendly. Check the cover art when you have time. All the Gods in the World. You'll have to look that up. Eureka is a fun show. Yeah, I definitely need to see that. Have you seen, Brian De Palma's Obsession? Yeah, I reviewed that Blu-ray of that. That was actually really cool. That was a very, very creepy, interesting movie. Have you ever used delivery services apps like Postmates? I've never used that. I've never used any of that kind of stuff because I don't know. For some reason, I'm weird about the idea of if somebody has the food, if they're handling it right. I don't mind ordering like pizza delivery, that kind of stuff. Griff Redux says, "Can I get a hey buddy?" Do you mean the Wet Movie one? Thanks so much, Griff, for your $5 super chat. But do you mean like a Wet Movie one, like hey buddy, or like that kind of thing, or hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, like that kind of thing, or hey buddy, like that kind of thing, or hey buddy, either one. But thanks so much, Griff, for your super chat. I see another super chat here from Richard G. Have you seen Children of Men? No, Children of Men is amazing, and the way the movie was shot in these long sequences that are with no edits or the edits disguised that is an amazing movie. If you guys have never seen Children of Men, that's one you guys have got to watch. There's an Arrow Video Blu-ray of that. It's a good release, but it is a Region B locked release. But there's a U.S. Blu-ray as well. But Children of Men is amazing. The music in that movie, everything about that movie is perfect. Watched Grand Auto Theft LA the other day and never heard you swear that much. Thanks, Glenn. I don't even remember what I've never watched that movie back. I think I watched it once, so I don't even remember what I said in it. But I know it was me and Brendan, and I was a drug dealer, but I don't remember at all what I said. But thanks so much for watching that one. Hey, I would recommend, just seen it last night, Shining and Carrie. Oh yeah, I was watching some of Carrie recently again, because I hadn't seen that in a while. That's a great film. I just watched Restricted Area. Are you and your buddy were the best part of the movie? Great job. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, Restricted Area, if you guys haven't seen that, It's on for free on Tubi and on Amazon Prime to watch. If you guys have that for free for on Prime, like me and Danny, the CinnaStalker, and the opening 10 minutes of that movie. Let's see here. Blues Teeth is really good. It gives every American free health care insurance during these hard times. Oh, that's not a bad idea. You know, health care and all that kind of stuff. I made Bill and Ted. I made a Bill and Ted Magnet. Oh, that's cool. Brian De Palma is a genius. No, I love his stuff. My favorite De Palma movie is Body Double. That I've watched that movie so many times. Let's see here. What do you think of Steve Carell's new show on Netflix, Space Force? Supposedly The Office 2.0. I've never even heard about that one, so I don't know. Do you like Dead End? Yeah, Dead End, I've talked about that a lot. The movie with Lynn Shay and Ray Weiss when they're like driving down this road with their family and the road just keeps on going like it's a never-ending road. That's a great movie. I think it's on Tubi and it might be on some other streaming services, but if you guys have never seen Dead End, that's a great movie. Let's see here. Hi, Star Wars better in 4K on Disney Plus or 4K or Blu-ray 4K. I've heard that Star Wars looks better on the 4K discs. Apparently, like the transfers on the Disney Plus are not as good or something like that for some of them. I've heard some people say stuff like that. So I think now I've been on here now over 2 hours and I still haven't eaten yet, so I gotta eat. So I may go on here tomorrow, or it's technically today, Monday sometime in the afternoon for a little bit. But thanks so much, guys, for coming on here, and thanks so much for the super chats tonight and all the support. But anyway, though, guys, I'll see you guys later, and thanks so much for watching.